For Lovington Wildcat football on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Give me a go, no go for launch. Booster.
Go.
Retro. Go. Vital.
Go, Fly.
Guidance.
Guidance, go.
Inco.
Go.
Network.
Go.
Capcom.
We're Go, Fly.
Launch control, this is Houston. We are go for launch.
It's time for Lovington Wildcat football. Lovington Wildcat football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Wildcat football is brought to you by Stone Oilfield Service, Bob's Thriftway, Battle Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, First American Bank of Lovington, and Lovington Schools. Lovington football is also presented by Man Welding, B&B Rentals and Services, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, and Aftermath Hot Oil Services. Let's head to the stadium for the Stone Oilfield pregame show with Don Morgan and the voice of the Cats, TJ Miracle. Lovington Wildcat football is on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
Homecoming 2025 is upon us. Welcome to Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium as we get ready for the next game in the district evolution as the Wildcats will take on another team of big cats in the Gadsden Panthers. Lovington at right now on the season overall 3-4 but 2-2 in district. Gadsden 4-3 but 1-3 in district, and they are all important from here on out. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Brian Urlacher Field at Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling the blue turf, and Braden Cooper running our camera tonight. Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. And as we get into this one, Don, there's something about homecoming that, frankly, coaches hate, the kids love, but you got to not worry about all the extra tonight. You've got to worry about winning a football game because starting tonight, it all becomes about playoff seedings.
Hello. These games are important. Every one of them. I mean, from now on, I mean, there really is a lot of pressure on all the teams, but Lovington is feeling the pressure to run the table now and try to win every game left in this season. If they do, they can be 6-4, and that is going to probably, that's going to put them among the top handful of teams in state 5A football and give them the best opportunity for not only getting in the playoffs, but maybe drawing a first-round bye. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about this game first. The coach has said you play them each at a time. They're each important in their own way, and you've got to have a victory and then worry about the next and the next. So, yeah, it is important tonight, and they've got to play full out beginning to end. Here goes the national anthem.
We'll be back. This is Wildcat Football.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go. For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community, so bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services. And welcome back to your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We will have to take another break here before too long for the national anthems. We have the school song and several moments of silence. Stone Oilfield Services proud to bring you Lovington Wildcat football and the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. W.H. Stone and the whole Stone family proudly supporting all Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics. So as we get ready for the start of this one, Dawn, as looking into it, we were talking about playing this game to win this game. When you look at the other side of the coin on Gadsden, it's pretty much must win for them too. Now then, I don't think there's any question at all. Lovington and Gadsden are both going to make the playoffs. At that point, at this point in the season, there's 4 teams that I don't think have won a single game. So there's no way they're making it. Anybody who's got more than 2 wins is probably already in and in good shape. But, last year, Dawn, it was these Gadsden Panthers. Lovington came out and punched them in the mouth down in Gadsden, but they roared back, and we had an exciting game. But it was the depth last year of Gadsden that really wore Lovington down. Everything runs through their quarterback. Ethan Morales, but I think these Cats may be just a little bit deeper for a variety of reasons. All right, I guess Dawn can't hear me because of the band and all of the stuff going on the field down there as the Wildcats are out on the field. Lovington is wearing the home blue unis, the all blues with white letters and numbers, the white hats with cats in blue script for the visiting Gadsden Panthers yet to come out. They are in almost, if you're a fan of not NFL football, they almost look like the old Michigan Panthers. Remember them from the USFL? Yeah, the gold pants, the white jerseys with maroon numbers, and the gold helmets with a maroon panther on the side. But this Lovington teamed on a much deeper squad than I think we have seen in the past. And because of all the injuries that they've suffered this year, even though you don't want to get depth that way, it really gives Lovington almost, yes, it makes them deeper, but it also kind of puts in that uncertainty as to exactly what's going to happen when and with who.
Definitely, they've kind of been they've been down a man or two every game. It seems like, after the first couple, and they've had to kind of shut. They've had to make do. They've had to have other players step up, and other players whose names we haven't been calling in seasons, or new younger players stepped up and gotten the job done and contributed and have shown that they are resources, and they have helped deepen what's possible for the Lovington Wildcats to accomplish on the football field. And I think it's also made them tougher. And all of these things can only be good for the team, right? And be good for them when they head into a tough game. We expect it's going to be a tough game against Gadsden. They expect it's going to be a tough, especially remembering last year. But they're on their blue turf. And, yeah, it is homecoming tonight. The coaches have said they do what they can to kind of just keep the distractions of this night to a minimum and get the athletes, to really focus on the game during the game and give it everything they've got. And they've got to give it everything from beginning to end in all phases of the game tonight, TJ.
And now we will have the national anthem, so that'll wrap up your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services. As the lights come on a Friday night, we start the official second half of the district race between two teams that are right together in the coaches and the Max Preps polls. The Lovington Wildcats at 3-4, but 2-2 in district under head coach Josh Bailey come in ranked number 3 in the state of New Mexico. On the other side, it is the Gadsden Panthers under head coach Dino Facio Jr., 4-3 overall, but 1-3 3 in district. Not must win for playoff positioning or for the playoffs, but for positioning for sure. Gadsden, number 4 right now in the 4A polls. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrols the blue turf. Braden Cooper spotting and on camera for us tonight here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel, HobbsAmerica.com. Tiff and Evie keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square. So the Cats are out on the field. They will get the ball first as Gadsden won the toss and elected to defer. Let's get ready for a little football tonight, Dawn.
Absolutely. You know, it's a little bit earlier than we're normally, set to get rolling here. But I think everybody is super, super excited and ready to get this one underway. And I think hopefully we're going to see exciting football tonight. Of course, Lovington wants to come out with a W, and if they put together the effort that they're capable of, that's exactly what they'll do.
Pedro Munoz and Elijah Rivero back deep to receive as we get ready to start this one. Important game tonight between number 3 and number 4 here in the land of enchantment. It'll be Santi Herrera. He is the kicker. He will put it on the 40. He'll be kicking towards the north end zone. Lovington will be moving from the north to the south as Herrera puts the boot into it, and we are underway. Welcome to Friday night. Elijah Rivero gets it, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself as he comes near side, looks for a block, cuts it back across the middle, a little tumble. He cakes it across the 20, gets another good block to the 30, to the sideline, to the 40, to the 45, before finally being run out of bounds on the near side at the 40 by Dominic Hernandez. Great return by Rivero, and that was good patience, Dawn, as he let a couple of blocks develop, and they were good, clean blocks. And so that gives Lovington great field position to start.
Yeah, great teamwork, good special teams effort, and nice because he waited. He was patient. He waited for those blocks. Those blocks happened. So great work. And now it's up to Lovington. Keep this offensive drive going.
Put your foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Jaden Gutierrez will be out. Good to see him back healthy. He will start the game at the quarterback position. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Jaden calls for it, gets it. He'll do the option look, rolling to the left side. He will option pitch it to Diaz. He's across the 50 to the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Zach on the option pitch around the left side, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Good run, and give him forward progress for 6. 2nd down and 4. Good run, and the way you want to start this game. Gadsden's last 3, they beat Mayfield 42-21. Then got blasted by Artesia 35-7. Lost to Goddard 28-27 in a barn burner, and then lost to Roswell High 33-14.
You want this possession to end in a score. You want it to end in the end zone and as quickly as possible.
From the far hash mark, twins left, twins right. Hand it to Diaz. Starts it over the left side, comes back over center, takes it across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line. Needed 4, gets 5, and moved the chains. 1st down, Wildcats.
Yeah, a tough run, too, because he ran into trouble and he managed to get a couple more yards. He wouldn't have got that 1st down if he hadn't hung in there because number 31, Diego Alviar, came along and finished off the tackle.
Aiden Santinella also holding on for dear life right now, but Lovington penetrating into Gadsden territory. 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. Their first down of the ball game.
Start bright, start energetic, and really set the tone. And I think that's exactly what Lovington's doing. They play best when they're playing with energy and they're up.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Got the tight end on the right side. Gutierrez goes up under center. Tries the hard count. They don't jump, and they'll give it to Zach as Diaz crosses the 40 to the 39-yard line. 5 yards a clip. You'll take that. 2nd down and 5 for the Wildcats.
Once again, when Diaz carries, he's going to have pain, right? Because he's going to get hit, and he's going to just keep on sledding. That time, they were able to really stand him up and push him back a bit. But, man, got to have guts to do that.
Yes, you do. And so, all right, thank you, Tiff. I will back myself off just a little bit there. You're right, it does look like it is driving a little bit high. So on a 2nd down and 5, it is Wildcat football inside the 40-yard line in Panther territory. Twins left, twins to the right. With the snap, looking. Gutierrez pressured. Now he's going to have to step out. Comes to the right side. Looks to fire. Throws it down. Has a man. He's got Madrid at the 5 and into the touchdown. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Jude Madrid.
39 yards for the Wildcats. score. Gutierrez running for his life.
Nope.
They lose the freshman in space and put it home.
Yeah, Jude Madrid, number 20.
That's what I said.
I can't hear. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I just can't hear because of the noise down on the field. Sorry.
So now the point after attempt to come. As on to attempt, it'll be Caleb Aranda as Lovington up 6-0, 9:33 to go here in the first as Madrid with the touchdown. So out of the hold of Rivero. Hard count as people jump, and so, yep, they're going to call offsides on Gadsden. They were trying to get a read on the count. Lovington's been very good at that this year, so it'll be half the distance to the goal on Gadsden. So the point after will come from the 1-yard line. Now, often when this happens for the Wildcats, they go for 2.
That's true. Let's see if they change the play here or not.
Flags are pink, by the way.
That's a good observation there, Braden. So Rivero goes back and talks to his line. Looks like maybe they are going to elect just to kick the point after. Oh, the snap a little bit high. It gets up and wobbles. It might have gotten tipped, but it'll sneak through the uprights good. And with 9:33 to go here in the first, it is Lovington 7. And Gadsden yet to have a possession. We'll just keep it right here for the moment. Say a big thanks to our friends at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, B&B Rentals, Man Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa, Battle Energy, Double R Pipe and Supply, and the Gandy Corp, making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat Athletics. As we kick this one off, I normally do a weather forecast, and yeah, things just a little off with the homecoming stuff, as right now at kickoff it was 77 degrees here in Lovington. A light breeze out of the south, about 5 miles an hour. An absolutely gorgeous October night here in southeast New Mexico. And, Dawn, that touchdown really set up completely by Gutierrez rolling right and buying time and able to stay out of the clutches of a charging Panther defense.
Yeah, we've missed him. He's been out a couple of games, of course, and just nursing an injury. Comes back at a great time and looks like he hasn't missed a beat. It's his poise under pressure and his cool, that allow him to do things like that. And that just comes with experience, and I think that comes with him with where he's played previously to being quarterback this year.
Ramirez and Torres will be back deep to receive. Let's see if Caleb gives them an opportunity to return it. That's been kind of the one boo-boo this year on the Wildcats. They have had some kickoff return problems on special teams. So Caleb sets it at the 40. He will run up on it, and he will boot it away. A high end-over-ender. It'll be fielded by Torres at the 7. Brings it out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the 24-yard line, and he is swarmed by the Wildcats. Good coverage downfield that time for Lovington, led by Aiden Nunez.
Nice coverage, really, and a good stop. And it really, pins Gadsden back. I mean, every yard that you pin them back a little further is another yard they have to go, that they have to overcome in order to get all the way down the field in the end zone. So all the assistant coaches along here were clapping, very happy about that.
From the 24-yard line, first down and 10. Ethan Morales is the quarterback. His deep back will be Juan Rios, and Rios is also a big threat out in the receiving patterns, too. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Morales waits on the snap, sends a man in motion. Hand it off to Rios. He goes left side, not a lot of room to run. And making a great stop right there was Jesus Morales. Got the first wrap on him. It'll be a pickup of just 1 yard for Rios, and second down and 9. That's been impressive for Lovington. At times the last 4 or 5 years, they've had trouble basically stopping anybody who ran, and that has been much improved this season. So now on a second down and 9, trips to the right side, single receiver to the left, and a 4-receiver set. Morales will put a man in motion. Give him a little extra blocking. Hand it to Rios. Sweeping out to the left side. Nunez is there first and knifes him down back at the 21-yard line. Aiden Nunez with an assist there from Big 77, Damon Leyva. It'll be a loss of 4 on the play for Rios. And now it'll be third down and 13 for the Panthers.
What's nice about Leyva is he's got a lot of speed. He's a big guy, but he's quick up off the line, and he can give chase. He's got a lot of speed for a pretty big guy on the line.
Yes, he does. So on a 3rd down and 13, 8:19 to go in the first, Lovington up 7-zip. Passing situation, Morales rolls right, fires right, has a man. It'll be complete out across the 35 and to the 40-yard line. Anthony Palomares is his favorite target by far. It'll be a throw, a pitch, and catch to Palomares for 19. It'll be first down for Gadsden.
Yeah, so much for, basking in the glory of only allowing a couple of yards at a time. And then there's a big gain and a first down and much better field position for Gadsden. Now it's back to square one here for Lovington. They've got to stop the run.
From the 39-yard line, Twins left, Twins right. You got to have good... Got to have a good look on the receivers. On a bad snap as Morales will pick it up. He'll just have to heave it. Comes down the middle seam. That one is almost completed, but yep, they are going to get a pass interference penalty. That was a good throw, trying to get Palomares coming down the seam. Running step for step with him was Chris Casadas, but Casadas reached in and got helmet and shoulder pad before the ball got there. They'll get you for that every time. It'll be a 15-yard penalty. Pass interference on Lovington. I've got to think, yep, pass interference on the Wildcats. And that'll be 15 yards and a first down for Gadsden. Their second of the ball game. So a blown play almost becomes a huge play for the Panthers, as that'll move them into Wildcat territory at the 46-yard line.
Exactly. They go from being, back at the 40 to now being in the Lovington side of the field. So now more important than ever. Got to stop them, but got to do it cleanly.
Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Well, that's not a bad penalty because it may have saved a touchdown. The handoff to Rios. Nope, keeping it himself. Morales gets some good blocks. Comes around the right side across the 40 down to the 36-yard line. He's going to be close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot. But everybody bet on the play fake to Rios, and Morales keeps it himself, and he will have enough for the first down. As Gadsden finding a little offensive rhythm, that'll be their 3rd first down of this first quarter. And now they are knocking on the door of the Wildcat red zone from the 36-yard line inside Lovington territory.
The blue zone.
The blue zone, I like that. Twins right, single receiver to the left. Hand it to Rios this time. He'll sweep it to the right side. He gets some blocks. A good one from Palomares. Comes back across the middle. Crosses the 30 to the 29-yard line. Then gets creamed by Jaden Garcia. But it's still a big gain. We'll call that an 8-yard gain for Rios. And it'll be a very manageable 2nd down and 2. So 2nd and 2 after the stop by Garcia. Palomares, keep an eye on that kid. Not only has he got good hands, apparently he blocks extremely well too. I'm not sure I've seen anybody put a block that good on Sterling White this year, but he did to seal off the corner. So on a 2nd down and 2, Morales from the pistol. Hand it off and nowhere to go for the backup running back, Dion Torres, but he just keeps fighting and spinning and slinging and goes down to the 20-yard line. Torres, the backup running back, picks up 8, and that'll be the 4th first down for Gadsden here in this first drive they've had of the game. Now they are knocking on the door of the blue zone from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, we've been calling it the blue zone when it's been in Lovington all year, but the whole field technically is the blue zone, but if you want to look at it that way. Torres really is kind of the Lovington equivalent of Diaz. Tough, moving forward, getting yardage despite almost getting stopped.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. They put an extra blocker on the left side. From the pistol formation, now they will shift the man over to the right. Fake the handoff. Morales looks to throw, rolls to the left, fires to the end zone, and a little bit of a cross up there as he was going towards the back corner. The receiver on that one was Ramirez, turned towards the inside, overthrows him, incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, there was another receiver who was eligible downfield as well. He kind of split the two of them. It was hard to tell which one he was intending to throw it to. Probably Ramirez.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the Wildcat 21. Panther football, they've moved it to the tune of 4 first downs. One of them helped by, really, it could have been a touchdown or an explosive play-saving pass interference penalty, so I don't really have a huge problem with that one. But it kept the drive alive, and so now you've got Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, and you've got Muro Almanza in at the tight end position left side. Fake the handoff, go on the end around. Palomares starts it right, comes back left, gets met at the 20 and then dropped. It'll be a pickup of 1. Wait for Lovington to come across the middle. Good job there, as that'll be Joaquin Vasquez and Giovanni Contreras on the stop, and they're going to give him no gain at all on the play. So Palomares, no gain, and now it's 3rd down and 10. You keep an eye on where Palomares is in the receiving pattern because you've got to think he's the favorite target. They may be looking for him. He'll be in the slot on the left side with Ramirez split out wide that way. Morales back, looks that way, fires that way. He's got Palomares all by himself, and that'll be a Gadsden touchdown. He's got 800 receiving yards on the year, and now he taunts the Lovington fans. Where is the where's the taunting flag on that?
Exactly.
No matter how you look at it, it's a 21-yard touchdown from Morales to Palomares.
And he was all by himself.
Yeah, how do you lose one of the best receivers in the, if not in the state, then in the district for sure? How do you lose him? I don't know, but they did. And so Gadsden, with the point after attempt to come, trying to tie this one up off the foot of Herrera. Lovington waits on it. Blow snap. Kicker gets it up, and Herrera boots it through. And with 5:50 remaining in the first, it is Lovington and Gadsden knotted at 7 apiece. Wildcat football continues in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
A blown coverage leads to a 19-yard touchdown pass from Ethan Morales to Anthony Palomares. The point after is good, and we are knotted at 7. Welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football as Herrera will kick that one deep and over the head of Elijah Rivero and bring it out to the 20. First down and 10 for the Wildcats in this game, knotted at 7. Don Morgan patrols the blue turf of Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle high above Wildcat Stadium. Braden Cooper spotting and running camera tonight. Tiff and Evie Stuber in studio engineering, producing, keeping an eye and an ear on everything. So 7-7 our score as Gutierrez will lead his troops out. Good to see him back and healthy tonight.
Absolutely. It was but it was good for Lovington to have to reach out. I think they have sort of they shifted around four different people for quarterback position.
They did split backs in the backfield this time. Delayed handoff going to the right side and to Jonathan Mendeville. He'll get about 2 yards out of it before he gets gang tackled, and the gang led by Diego Alviar, and also in on that stop, Isai Beltran. It'll be a pickup of 2 for Jonathan, and it'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Sorry, Evie, Tiff, I'll back myself off a little bit there. I know I can get loud. So on a 2nd down and 2, or rather 2nd and 8 for the Cats from their own 22-yard line. Going to go split backs in the backfield again. Diaz and Mendeville back. 3 receiver set, twins right, single receiver to the left. With it, Gutierrez looks to pass, throws it. Mendeville out of the backfield, crosses the 25, gets tripped up, and right to the 30-yard line. It'll be an 8-yard pitch and catch to Mendeville, and that'll be enough for the 2nd Wildcat first down.
Yeah, Aiden Santanella was the guy who really tripped him up and stopped his forward progress the most.
So it'll be 1st and 10, ball right at the 30-yard line for the Cats. We are under 5 to go here in the first quarter. Homecoming night 2025. Wildcats and the Panthers, a battle of the big cats from here in Lovington. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right, split backs in the backfield again. Fake the handoff. Jaden keeps it himself, tucks it, runs it. He's across the 35, doesn't seem, to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, to the 30. It's a foot race and finally taken down at the 28-yard line inside of Gadsden territory. So that's 20, 30, 40, 41 yards on the quarterback keeper for Jaden Gutierrez and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
He had a couple 3 gaps guys with him. I think the guy who pushed him out, though, was number 20.
We've got a flag back at the line of scrimmage. Uh-oh, and it'll be holding on the Wildcats. Darn it.
Well,
that's probably how he got so wide open and had that hole.
Probably it's going to be the penalty that catches the Wildcats out, not Rocky Rodriguez, who was the guy who pushed him out.
We're making some adjustments here. All right, there we go. That looks a little bit better. So darn it. So
that's a penalty that hurts.
Yep, it is. So now it'll be first down and 10 once again. It happened 10 yards down the field. It's 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So really nothing ventured, nothing gained. It's basically almost like a replay now of first down. So on a first down and 9.5, Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Good snap, give it to Mendeville. He'll take it left, bounces off one, can't bounce off another, and he will lose a yard as not able to get around the big boys and the beef of Xavier Herrera over there. They're gonna officially give him no gain on that one, so it'll be second down and 10 for Lovington.
Mendeville comes out and Diaz goes in.
Yeah, Mendeville saw and thought he could bounce it to the outside, but big Herrera over there on the right side said, nope, not gonna let you do that. So on a second down and 9.5 for the Wildcats, under 4 to play. 4 receiver set, Twins left, Twins to the right. Gutierrez tries the hard count, and unfortunately he got his own guys to go on that one.
Actually, there was side movement. I didn't see Leyba come forward. There was movement on Gadsden. Leyba went sideways, but I didn't see him move forward.
Yeah, they're going to call false start on Lovington. You can do whatever you want on defense, unfortunately, as long as you don't encroach. And so the jump on the left side, from my perspective of the Lovington line, is a 5-yard penalty. Now 2nd and 15. This has kind of been a little recurring theme, too. Sometimes Lovington will get some momentum, and then all of a sudden they start popping the gun off into their own feet.
Yeah, and Leyba was over here on the right side, so it must have been somebody else who popped the line.
So it'll be Twins to the left, Twins to the right this time. Waiting on it. Good snap. Jaden with it. Tucks it. Takes it himself. He's across the 30, 35, and then out to about the 38-yard line before he is ridden down like a pony. Led there by Diego Alviar. But it'll be a pickup of about 13 on the play for Jaden. And it's a much more manageable third down and less than a yard to go. So, yeah, we'll give him 13 on that one.
And on that, he was limited. He could not cut to the outside and go anywhere with it because he was being hemmed in on the outside. So he went up as far as he could.
But still a good gain, all tied at 7. 3 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lovington will send Twins to the left side. They'll go jumbo package in with about a yard to go. Gutierrez up under center. He will hand it off to Diaz. He springs through and is shoestring tackled, but not before he gets out to the 45-yard line. Pick up a 6 for Zach and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
And once again, I think that was Santayella who reached out and got him. There was a guy who got him on the arm, slowed him down, and then on the foot as well. So
yeah, and I think also maybe at least getting a pinky in there. They've got... I'm trying to catch that young man's number, and that was 58, Gabriel Calderon. I think also managed to pull the shoestring on him. But it's first down no matter how you look at it. Good news for the Cats. Twins left, single receiver to the right. They keep the tight end on the right side. Now send a man in motion. That's Rivero, comes to the slot on the right. Waiting on it. Hand it off. Diaz across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Tough running. Inside, moves it forward. Aiden Santinella, who's had a big game already, brings him down, but it's another 6 yards on the ground for Diaz, 2nd and 4.
You think that's a typo, or do you think it is Santayella
I
or
bet
Santanella?
It is. Santinella is
well,
what I would.
Well, the N is missing on the roster.
Then it may be Santayella. Santayella, we'll go with that.
I don't know.
We got to go with what we're given.
That's
so
right.
Santayella. Good call to see that N that I was putting in there. As Lovington will go jumbo package up under center. Once again is Gutierrez. Fake the handoff, rolls right, under pressure, looking, fires across his body. Has Rivero at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Put it in the end zone, 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats. 49 yards, Elijah Rivero to the house. Some good blocks down the field sprung him, but Elijah, his first catch of the night, and it gives Lovington back the lead, 13-7.
And Rivera was so ready for that run. The instant he caught the ball, he went into another gear. He found it, and it kept him ahead of everybody.
Yes, he did. So now the point after to come with 1:22 remaining here in the first quarter. Rivera going to take a minute, try and catch his breath. Now he's the holder. Waits the snap. Good snap. The hold is good. The kick is up by Aranda, and it is good. And with 1:22 to go here in the first, the Wildcats on the 49-yard touchdown heave lead this one 14-7. We're back as Wildcat football continues. Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and the Z94 Facebook page.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
A 49-yard strike from Jaden Gutierrez to Elijah Rivero, and the point after by Aranda is good. And the Wildcats retake the lead 14-7. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here in Lovington. Lovington, number 3 team in the state, taking on the number 4 team in the state, the Gadsden Panthers. As Caleb runs up on it, he will boot it away towards the south end zone. That one tailing off, and it'll be fielded at the 5. Bringing it back out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20 to the sideline, 25 to the 30. That's Torres. He's got some speed. Gets away from a man at the 50, and finally going to be brought down at the 45-yard line is Torres with a big return. And we talked about it earlier, Dawn. That has kind of been a little bit of the problem this season for Lovington, as their kickoff return team has let them down.
Yeah, and Lovington was all over him. It's not like he was out by himself running, free and clear. He just he was running, and just making a good run through a forest of blue out there.
49-yard return for Torres, and that sets Gadsden up in good position inside Lovington territory from the 47-yard line. Officially first down and 10. Panther football. Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. Ethan Morales is the quarterback. Deep back with him is Rios. Hand it to Rios, a little stutter step at the line, then he'll just bowl through, and he will cross the 45 down to about the 44-yard line. Tough running inside for Juan Rios. He'll pick up 3, make it 4, and it'll be second down and 6.
And we're just about out of the first quarter of play. Can you believe 14-7 already? 3 touchdowns in just less than a full quarter.
It has been an exciting one thus far, and it's not like it's been defense optional either.
True.
So second down and 6 to go. 4 receivers set this time for Gadsden. They'll stack them up left and right. Morales waits on it. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. He has plenty of room across the near side and a nice open field solo tackle by Elijah Rivero, but it's still a pickup of around 6, maybe 7 for the quarterback Morales. It'll depend on the spot.
Yeah, and it was good. It was good technique on the tackle. He went low. Rivero was waiting on him. He went low, took his legs out from under, made a nice clean tackle, but there was no question that he was going to stop him.
So it'll be third down and less than a yard to go. Give him 6 officially on the play as the first quarter has expired. We have played a quarter from here at Wildcat Stadium. Lovington 14, Gadsden 7, but on the march. Back in a minute, second quarter of action. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hard-working team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
As we come back for the start of the second quarter, Wildcats leading the Panthers 14-7. The Panthers with a 3rd and 1. Hand it off to Rios. He starts it left, brings it back right, crosses the 35 down to the 33-yard line. That'll be a pickup of, call it 6 yards for Juan Morales. 5 carries, 15 yards, and that'll be the 5th first down for the Gadsden Panthers.
You know, you mentioned, and I was thinking this as well, that this has not been a defense optional game, but it's setting up to be a very high-scoring game. It's just that offensively, both of these teams have gotten the engine running, and the defenses haven't really stopped them.
Yeah, a lot of what they call explosive plays. From the near hash mark, they'll put 2 receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. That's Torres. He's the deep back this time. Hand it to Torres. He sweeps it to the left side, cuts it back as he gets outside the tackles. And then he will fall forward across the 30 to about the 27-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6 for Torres, his 2nd carry of the ball game. And it is a 2nd down and 4 now for the Gadsden Panthers. Knocking on the door once again of the Wildcat Blue Zone. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Lovington 14-7, but Gadsden on the march. They'll put 2 receivers to the left side. This time, single receiver to the right. Look out for Palamadas. He's in the slot on the left. Hand it off to Torres. Nope, Morales keeps it himself. He rolls right. Lovington stretching him out. He goes for the sideline and runs out of bounds at the 21-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 7 on the keeper for Morales. That was a coverage run, but it's another first down for Gadsden.
Yeah, credit where credit's due. He saw that the play was blown. He was not a design quarterback keeper, but he made the most out of it, got a first down, and now, boy, Lovington's really got to work hard because Gadsden, when they got this close the first time, they did not hesitate to.
This was the spot where they threw the pass to Palamadas. Might want to keep a guy on him this time. Just saying. So on a first down and 10 from the Wildcat 21-yard line, Gadsden football. Good snap. They will hand it off, and right up the middle, Rios just bangs it forward right into the Wildcat tackles and gets to the 19-yard line. A pickup of 2 inside for Rios.
Leyva and Vasquez were there.
Leyva and Vasquez. Good eye. I saw Leyva, but missed Vasquez. It's Braden Cooper, our spotter and camera operator tonight. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan field side. So on a 2nd down and 8 to go.
Alex Rivera was in there as well.
Alex was there too?
Yep.
So it was a team tackle for the 3 men normally across the front for the Wildcats. Rios is the deep back. They'll hand it to him. Nope, it'll be Morales. Keeps it himself. He fires to the backside corner, and Nunez will knock that one away. They were trying to get guess who, Palamadas over there.
Pink laundry on the field.
But we do have laundry, I bet. Are we going to have another
late
pass
hit.
Interference?
Or a late hit on the quarterback? I don't know.
We will see. As they're talking to Morales about what he wants. So that means it's going to be on Lovington. We're going to have holding on Lovington. Defensive holding? Wow. You don't see that often, but that'll be 10 yards against the Wildcats on defensive holding. I mean, that may get called 3 times a year, and I think we've seen it 3 times now. And so that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and so it'll be 1st and 10 for Gadsden.
Bad time, bad place for it.
I don't know what they could be discussing here. It's a 10-yard penalty, and it'll be a first down. Result of the plays. I think maybe they're discussing if it's from the point of the foul or if it's from the original spot.
They're going to put the nose on the 9-yard line.
So it'll be the 10-yard penalty, and so it'll be 1st and goal for Gadsden from the 9-yard line after the penalty by the Wildcats. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. Panthers have it inside the Lovington blue zone, and timeout whistles sound as I think Coach Bailey asking a question about the spot, because I think he's going to argue that it was supposed to be from where the ball was, which would be where the 9. So I'm not sure what the question is here. As Gadsden knocking on the door. I think a question about the spot. And I think now
they moved it about half a football length further back to almost about the 9.5 yard line.
The official saying something to Palomares over there. I think maybe something about hands down the field. He does tend to chuck and run. And now whistles sound,
flag.
And when they do that, it'll be false start on Gadsden. They got just a little bit antsy there. Their first real penalty of the ball game for 5 yards, so it'll be first and goal from the 14. Now for Gadsden. 10-15 remaining here in the first half of play. Lovington 14, Gadsden 7. But Gadsden knocking on the door. Great crowd here tonight, as you would expect on the home side. A little bit sparse over on the Gadsden side, but it is a long way to Gadsden in Anthony, New Mexico. We know. We've made the drive I don't know how many times.
They put it down on 14.5. They brought 25 out, and Gutierrez ran back in.
Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right. Split backs in the backfield, this time with Morales. High snap, handles it, hands it off. That is Rios. He's hit at the 15 and dropped right there. He is going to lose a yard. Nice job. Pardon me, that was Torres who loses a yard on the play. Great pursuit and a great job by the Wildcats. Bustillos.
0 was the last one up from the pile, Bustillos.
And also in on that stop, Jaden Garcia. So it'll be a loss of 1. Second and goal now from the 15-yard line. It's been the passing game that has done the damage tonight for the Panthers, but they keep running, as they hadn't done a bad job. Let's see, that would be 40. They've got 53 rushing yards and 40 passing yards and a touchdown to go with all of that. It came through the air. Twins left, twins to the right. Lovington only 4 men across the front. Now they're going to split a man out. That is Rios. Now they'll go to the backside of the end zone and up, and is that caught? Yes, it is. And touchdown for the Gadsden Panthers, 15 yards to number 14, and that's Ulysses Macias.
Is it 14 or 4?
Four. Okay,
yeah,
so Muro
4.
Almanza. So it's 15 yards to somebody wearing a 4, and it turns out to be Muro Almanza. So he gets the Gadsden Panthers back to within a point with 9:20 to go. We may have a shootout shaping up here at Wildcat Stadium tonight. As we await the point after from Herrera out of the hold of Morales. The snap a little low. Morales gets it down, and Herrera puts it through. And, we've got a little extracurricular up on the line, but no laundry on the field. The kick is good, and with 9:20 remaining here in the first half, we're all tied at 14 apiece. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
The Gadsden Panthers respond to the Lovington Wildcat touchdown with a 15-yard strike from Morales to Almanza. And then the point after is good. This one is tied at 14 apiece. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. And on the kickoff, a high end over-ender fielded at the 10. as faking the handoff is going to be Rivera. Little shake and bake across the 15 to the 20, 25 to the 30. Gets another block across the 40, out to the 43-yard line before grabbing on and refusing to let go is Santi Herrera, the kicker. Brings him down. I wouldn't want to be hit by a kicker that big. and he landed on Elijah right on the back. That couldn't have felt real good, but a great return out to the 44-yard line.
And their number 3, Torrey Vargas, in on that right there with him as well.
So the Wildcats will take it back over 9:10 remaining in the first half. All tied up at 14 apiece. Both these teams jockeying for positioning in the playoffs. With Lovington right now 3 in the Max Preps and Coaches poll, and Gadsden number 4. Twins left, Twins to the right. Gutierrez, he's going to shift a man over. Waiting on it. He will pitch it over, and that'll be Chicken as he will take it over to the right side. He's across the 50 to the 45, still on his feet across the 40 to the 39-yard line. As that is
number 40. That
was 40. Aiden Ortiz. Sorry, I caught a double 4 there, but Aiden Ortiz with a big gain. As let's see, that'll be 6, 16, 18 yards for Ortiz and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
You know, we talked about depth before the game, and that really just means more guys capable of doing more on the field, and that keeps the other team from being able to guess or predict accurately who's going to get the ball to do what.
Twins to the left, twins to the right. Hand it off. Ortiz sweeps it to the right side again. Good speed for the young man, and he creates contact across the 35 down to about the 32-yard line, as I'm not sure if he was tackling or being tackled, but he got 8 yards out of it no matter what the situation was. Second down and 2, and Zach Diaz will come back in. 26 yards on 2 carries for Aiden Ortiz.
Yeah, and it's going to be number 40. That's Ortiz who comes off.
And they will put Diaz back in on a second down, and well, they moved him back a little bit, so we'll call it second down and 3 for the Cats. Just outside the 30-yard line. Now they're going to go jumbo package. But from the shotgun formation, pitch it to Zach coming around the left side. Z crosses the 30, 25, down to the 20-yard line before he is finally going to be slung down there by number 3, Troy Vargas. It'll be a pickup of 11 for Diaz as he swept to the left. Move the chains. First down, Lovington.
Yeah. And now they're moving into the zone.
They are into the Wildcat Blue zone here. So first down and 10 for Lovington as they look to answer immediately back after the Gadsden touchdown.
We have a track meet that threatens to be a basketball score tonight.
Twins left, twins to the right as Gutierrez is going to keep it himself. Diaz lays down a hellacious block. Jaden gets to the corner, crosses the 15, tippy toes down to about the 13-yard line. It'll be a 7-yard pickup for Jaden, and then he will be knocked out on that far side as pushing him out, big number 74, Dominicari Soriano.
Yeah, he
gave chase and knocked him out.
He just finds another gear. He hits the afterburner, and you can just see it spurt ahead, and he's hard to keep up with that way. And he did. He wasn't brought down. He just ran out of room, got pushed out.
So from the 13-yard line, second down and 3 for the Wildcats. Need to get it to the 10. Lovington will split 3 receivers to the right side, single receiver to the left. Jaden surveys the field. Gadsden shows blitz. Hand it off. They pick it up nicely. Zach spin move at the 10, inside the 5, down to the 2-yard line. First and goal, Wildcats. So Diaz for 12 yards, and now Lovington knocking on the door from the 2. And really that started up front. The line gave him a good block and opened the hole. So that is now 51 yards on 7 carries for Zach Diaz, and first and goal from the 2. Lovington looking to immediately answer. This may become either a game of who makes the fewest mistakes or who has the ball last as to who wins it. First and goal from the 2. Send a man in motion. High snap. They will pitch it. Diaz handles it. Goes into the end zone untouched. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Zach Diaz from 2 yards out puts Lovington back on top with 7:06 to go first half. 20-14 is the score. And always give the credit to the big boys up front. That was Alex Rivera who pancaked his opposing lineman and opened that hole and let Zach go in. And that was not the perfect pitch, Don.
No,
as Zach had to reach behind him to pick that in and drag it over.
It was a little wobbly, and he had to adjust it to make sure he had it firmly.
Waiting on the point after. The snap is good. The kick is up, and it is good. And we got flags on the play. As I think some extracurriculars. Question is it going to be on Lovington or is it going to be on Gadsden? I would imagine a little trash talking happening down there. So I would think they will assess this on the kickoff, but let's see who it's going to be on as we await the signal before we go to break. And they still haven't signaled if the point after was good. The point after was good, by the way.
Well, it went through the uprights. It kind of depends on what the call is and what's going on. They're talking to Josh Bailey now.
And Coach Bailey doesn't look like he's real happy about something, so we'll have personal foul on Gadsden. And then, no, it'll be 15 yards on the kickoff, but was the point after good?
It went through the uprights.
So if it went through the uprights, it ought to be.
To me, it looked good.
Well, there was no signal from either of the judges. They were too busy throwing the
flag. They put it up
now.
They put it on the board.
All right, so it's good. So 21-14 is the score. And yes, it is good. Is finally, I heard Chief say, "Is it good?" Because they were thinking the same thing we were.
The white cap heard him, and that's when he turned around. It was good.
All right, so 21-14. We'll just keep it right here. Big thanks to our friends at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, Man Welding, B&B Rentals, First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Candy Corporation Double R Pipe, Battle Energy, and Lovington Auto Supply Napa. They make it possible for us to bring you these games, Wildcats and Lady Cats, all season, all school year long. Never have to charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. Never have to beg you for donations either. And so we do that because of those great folks. We appreciate them very much. So when you need goods and services, be sure that you frequent those businesses. So now the question becomes a little one of strategy here. Do you let Caleb just bang it through the end zone, or do you maybe try an onside here?
I think he kicks away.
Maybe a little too early to gamble. So Caleb will come up on it. They are showing no indication of onside. Yep, Caleb's just going to say, hey, let me see if I can kick it through the uprights from here. And he can. Good. Unfortunately, you don't get 3 points for that. But you still get it 1st and 10 from the 20 if you're Gadsden.
He almost kicked it out of the field, over the north side fence. I think he was begging for Tatum.
He might have been. Of course, Tatum playing Mescalero tonight up in Tatum. That game be getting underway here in about 15 minutes. You've got the Eunice Cardinals taking on Texaco, rematch of last year's 2A title game down in Eunice tonight. That ought to be a good one. Eunice Sports YouTube for that one, Tatum Sports for the Tatum Sports game. And the Hobbs Eagles up north in Clovis tonight taking on the team up north that wears purple. So now it'll be Gadsden football, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. They'll put Palomares in the backfield. Instead, they'll hand it off to Rios, and he gets a head of steam going and just bowls forward for about 5 yards before Giovanni Contreras comes over from his linebacker position and just knocks him down. Rios, when he can get a head of steam going, I would imagine he's a handful.
I'm still kind of amazed that we got 35 points on the board collectively, and we have, almost 7 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's crazy.
Yeah, not even at the halfway point. It has been defined by big plays for both squads. And Jaden Gutierrez touchdowns at 39 and 49 yards. Ethan Morales touchdowns at 21 yards, 15 yards, and they will put Palomares in motion once again. They'll toss it to Palomares, and Lovington misses him on the first one, doesn't miss him on the second. It'll be a loss of 2 to Palomares. It'll be a completion, but he's going to lose a couple of yards. Wait for the Wildcats. I have a feeling they have seen that one. Chase Terrell, good eye, brings him down after the initial hit was put on the far side by Sterling White.
It took them a little while to key in on it, though, because it was a pretty good fake over here on the right side, and some of Lovington bit on it just temporarily. So that's why, it took them maybe a few extra seconds to make a stop.
So now a 3rd down and 8. Big, important 3rd down here for Gadsden. I said earlier, this may be a case of who makes fewest mistakes or which defense can get a stop. I didn't add that in as Morales rolls right. Is hit as he throws, and he is down. And no flag for roughing the passer, is doing a nice job, and that's Joaquin Vasquez who will help him up on the pressure. Incomplete, and so it'll be 4th down and 8. I've got to think punt time for Gadsden.
Yeah, special teams are coming on.
So now the Lovington defense has gotten the first stop of the ball game. Could that become a big factor later in this one?
Yeah, certainly can't hurt. Juan Rios, I believe, number 8, is back to punt.
So back to punt is Rios, and Rivero back deep to receive. Waiting on the snap as Lovington will come after it. Rios gets it high into the night sky, a high one there that'll bounce and then take a Lovington bounce.
Nice.
And just having to field that one was Luis Loya, who got down and grabbed it before any more damage could be done, but it's going to wind up after the big Lovington bounce being only about a 21-yard punt. So Lovington will have great field position from the 41-yard line.
And that really showed the tell there was that thing was so high, there was such amplitude, it was going end over end, that when it bounced, it had that big bounce. So sometimes that high kick, which you do on purpose to try to get your line down the field, in time to stop a big run, can sometimes bite you, and it did there.
Yeah, if it bounces wrong, and it did that time. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Gutierrez is the quarterback. From the shotgun, gets it, hands it off, coming to the left side, and across the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Was that Diaz?
Yes.
Yep, that's Zach. And so Diaz is going to pick up 4 on the run. 9 carries, 57 yards for Zach, and it'll be 2nd down and 6. We click down to 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Gadsden, of course, will have the football to start the second half, but Lovington would like to get at least a sliver of daylight between them on this possession.
Yeah, Lovington to get a couple of touchdowns ahead, because this is shaping up to be one of those trading touchdowns games. So you need to have some distance, more distance than just one TD between you.
Single receiver to the left is Sanchez. They will pitch it to Diaz on the pitch sweep. He is hitting the backfield, and he is brought down, almost a horse collar.
He's still down. He's still down.
Yeah, he is. I think it was clean, and the
down.
Stop was made by Caleb Ailman. And so we will have an injury timeout. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, that was nearly a horse collar there, but I think Ailman got the hands off. So we've got the injury timeout. So with 4:25 to go in the first, we will take it with them. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
As Zach Diaz is up and off under his own power, that is a good sign. And hats off to the Gadsden coaching staff and also their training staff. They were with Zach immediately, as I think Coach Bailey might have been doing his best Usain Bolt impression there, too, as he sprinted across the field to get to him. But good to see Zach up off under his own power. But, yeah, that was a pretty good hit that he took there. So now no gain on the play, maybe a half-yard loss. We'll call it 3rd down and 7.
You got to feel he's going to be out for a little bit, even though he's walking. He's kind of limping just a little bit. Got his bell rung pretty good, so he's probably going to be out for a few plays or series. Let's hope that he's not out for the game. He looks pretty good.
So he'll come over, and I'm sure they'll run him through the necessary protocols, make sure he's okay. Mendeville, a very respectable number 2. Twins to the left, twins to the right on a 3rd down and 7 for the Wildcats. Gutierrez waits on it, has it, steps up, and he is hit in the backfield. He gets away from one. Now he's running for his life. Comes to the near side as Rivero puts a block down, opens a seam across the 30 down to the 24-yard line.
Nice.
14 yards for Jaden Gutierrez. First down Wildcats, and Rivero had the block on the near side that sprung him free. Is there anything that Rivero can't do?
I don't know.
I mean, can he kick field goals? I mean, does he blow the horn and ring the bell with touchdowns? I mean,
we've seen that he can be certainly a serviceable quarterback when he needs to be. He can throw the ball, pretty good passer. He's as you say, he's an all-around athlete and football player. We're happy to have him.
Yes, we are, and he'll be in the slot on the right side this time. On a 1st down and 10 for the Wildcats. They're 8th first down of the first half. Jaden goes up under center. Handed off. Mendeville is hit in the backfield and slung down with authority. Xavier Herrera knocks down Jonathan, and so Mendeville's going to lose a couple yards on the play. And so it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Lovington, now outside the 25 at the 26-yard line.
With the exception of Rivero spurting through and getting that touchdown, it's been really tough for Lovington to make any gains with a straight-ahead run. Gadsden's been all over him, no matter who they've given it to, Diaz, Mendeville, whoever.
They've got some beef up front, to be sure.
Mendeville out, 40 in.
So into the game, good eye. That's Aiden Ortiz. Send a man in motion, and they will fake the handoff to the motion man, and they will be Gutierrez. He's got his room. He's across the 10 to the 5, put 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Jaden Gutierrez from 27 yards out puts Lovington up 27-14. On the fake pitch. I think they'd seen that one on film. Everybody in the stadium, your announcer included, was expecting that one to get pitched to Elijah coming around the end. Instead, Gutierrez keeps it. The waters part, and he is into the house.
His speed just really made the difference there. It's amazing how he can kick it into that next gear so quickly.
2:38 remaining here in the first half. The point after to come, Caleb Aranda out of the hold of Elijah Rivero. Gadsden's been bringing the pressure. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 2:38 remaining in the first half, Lovington 28, Gadsden 14. Back for more Wildcat football on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats.
Jaden Gutierrez on the quarterback keeper takes it 27 yards to the house. Caleb Aranda with the point after, and it is good. Lovington up 28-14 over the Gadsden Panthers with just over 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first half. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan fieldside. Braden Cooper spotting and running the camera tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square, pardon me. Swallowed funny. As Caleb will come up on the ball and boot it away, a high end-over-ender, and that one will be driven back into the end zone. And I guess if you field it outside and then take it back, you can bring it out as Torres gets knocked down about the 12-yard line. And right now, Coach Fascio on the other side may have been saying, yeah, you might should have just taken a knee there when you went back to the end zone and gotten us out to the 20. Instead, they'll put it at the, wow, they're going to give him forward progress. Where are they going to put him? He was down at the 12, and wow, they're going to give him forward progress to the 15. I think that's a bit generous, but okay.
Aiden Nunez, also Cervantes Caballero were two Wildcats swarming, and nice stop. Special teams.
Twins to the left, twins to the right. Yep. Munch Malign special teams did a great job that time. So now with a 14-point lead, 2.5 minutes to go, first half. It'll be Gadsden football. Morales with Rios in the backfield with him, as they have still not signaled ready to go. Now they will. So from the 15-yard line, Gadsden back deep in their own territory. Morales waits on it, hands it off. Rios, he turns the corner right side. Lovington pursues well, but he gets across the 20 to the 21-yard line. 6 yards for Juan Rios, 2nd down and 4. Stays inbound, clock will keep ticking. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Of course, don't forget Gadsden will have the football to start the second half. They won the toss and did defer.
Pretty quickly up to the line as well here.
So now on a 2nd down and 4, put a man in motion. Morales back to pass. Looks, fires, has a man wide open down the seam, gets him in stride. That is Rubio, and he is all the way down to the 30-yard line. So there's 30, 20, there's 50 yards to Matthew Rubio, and it'll be a first down. There's that big play we keep talking about that has been the hallmark of this game. So a 50-yard reception as they lost another receiver. That is something that we have not seen this year. The Wildcats have not done a good job tonight in the secondary. Normally that's one of their strengths, but hasn't been thus far in the second half. They've just lost them on cuts and moves. So now 1st and 10 from the 31 officially. Hand it off. Rios left side. He gets a good block. He's across the 25, inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. So that'll be a 13-yard gain for Juan Rios, and the 9th first down of the first half for Gadsden, and they are inside the Lovington red zone. 42 yards on 9 carries for Juan Rios, and we've still got a $1:20 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, a lot of time, especially with all those timeouts left, and I'm kind of surprised there's much taken over there on the side without just going ahead and calling a timeout.
So now it'll be 1st down and 10 from the 17-yard line. Hand it off Rios again. He gets a good block, and he'll be down to the 10. 7 yards for Rios, almost 5 yards per carry for Rios. On the average, 10 carries, 49 yards, and he's got it at a 2nd down and 3 for Gadsden. But under a minute to go. I'm a little surprised Coach Fazio not calling timeout here. We are 45. We're at 45 seconds to go here in this first half. Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. High snap, handled, gives it to Rios. He goes left side. He is inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. It'll be another 7 yards for Juan Rios, and that'll be the 10th first down for Gadsden. They haven't had a whole lot of trouble moving the ball, and I think they will. Yep, they will take a timeout this time. We'll just keep it right here. Of course, getting ready for your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. And your Bob Thriftway coach's conversation, yes. So
is the offense just beating Lovington, or is Lovington defense looking just a little more slack than usual, especially on trying to stop the run?
Well, on the run, they've really done a pretty good job. It's the pass where they've been slack. They've lost 3 receivers completely, and 2 of them have resulted in touchdowns, and a 3rd one almost did. So
well, they just let let Gadsden get a couple of first downs here on the run. So
they have, and I think maybe getting a little bit tired up front. They've played a whale of a first half. So
it's been a fast one on both sides. It's been a fast-paced and of course, a lot of scoring.
So from the 4-yard line officially, 1st down and goal for the Gadsden Panthers, trying to punch one in here right before halftime. They'll go split backs in the backfield. That'll be Rios and Torres with Morales. Lovington with everybody up front. Morales keeps it himself. He is hit at the 5 and drilled
by Chase Terrell.
Chase Terrell does a spine buster suplex on him. I call it when it happens on the other guys, but he did it again, and coming out there and getting Chase through and opening the hole was Damian Leyva. So that'll be a loss of 1 on the play to Morales. Good job by Terrell. And so timeout taken again by Gadsden, facing a 2nd down and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5.
I can tell you that on the sidelines, Chase Terrell is one of the more intense guys that you see on the Wildcats. He is totally focused, really into it, and he is just intense. He's passionate. He's vocal. He just comes out and he's trying to get the rest of the team fired up as well. But he stays in ferocious intensity mode. I can tell you that.
And with Kyler Reeves out injured still tonight, they really need Chase, and he's had a good first half thus far. 28-14, Lovington in the lead. 25 seconds remaining first half here on Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, Z94KZOR Hobbs Lovington Facebook page. So out of the Panther timeout, it'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. Split backs in the backfield again. Morales waits on it. He will put it in the gut of Rios, and he'll just bull forward and bull in and drag some Wildcats into the end zone for the Panther touchdown from 5 yards out. Rios, 12 carries now, 61 yards and the touchdown, and gets Gadsden back to within a score, and they have the football to start the second half. So now the point after to come. Herrera over to attempt that PAT. Got to think Lovington's going to come after it with everything they've got here. Snap is good, the hold is good, but the kick is blocked as Lovington gets through and gets the hand on it as Alex Rivera with the block. Nice job there. Dean Samuel also in the neighborhood. Rivera gets the block, though. So we'll just keep it right here with only 20 seconds to go, and so that keeps this, well, it's still just a one-score ball game, but 8 points instead of 7. And now the question becomes, Don, if you're Gadsden, does your kicker have the leg, A, to kick it into the wind and get it out of the end zone, or do you risk a return, or do you kick a squib and maybe try and get it and then bomb one down the field?
I think maybe they go for, I don't know. They have the ball, to start the second half, and that's probably weighing heavily on the decision here, which way to go. I think they might try an onside kick.
Well, it would give them good field position, still 1 timeout. It wouldn't be the worst decision in the world. And it looks like some of the hands are coming out on the field for Lovington, so they may be expecting a little bit of something.
At least knowing to be ready for.
Of course, you'll have your Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation coming up, 20 seconds of game time, going into your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show. It looks like they are going to bunch up, so they are going to try something on the onside order here as Lovington moves around Mendeville. A late check-in as they get Bustillos off. They're definitely wanting the hands out there. As Herrera to kick it, as he will hop up on the ball and kick a low-line driver. Just let that one go out. Nope, going to pick it up at the 1. And then taking it up across the 10 to the 15-yard line. That's Rivero. So up to the 15-yard line, 14 seconds to go. Now if you're Lovington, I'm not sure if you actually run a play here, if you just kneel it down and head to the locker room. I think that may be what I would do. I'm not sure I risk coughing it up this deep in my own territory.
And Lovington still has... 2 timeouts?
They've still got all 3 timeouts, but only 14 seconds. Really,
yeah, they only need 1 timeout,
You got time for maybe 2
plays,
3 plays, maybe. And they are going to come out and just kneel it down. As under center is Gutierrez, but Coach Bailey decides to take the timeout with 14 seconds to go. Of course, halftime be a little bit extended here tonight because it is homecoming 2025 here at Wildcat Stadium.
Yeah, I heard them announce that the Big Blue Band would be performing after the game and not at halftime. They're going to devote the full half to their homecoming activities.
Of course, did see that the Big Blue Band and the flag guard, the color guard, also both were in competition this past week, and both of them got Division I's in excellence.
And they've got another competition coming up, so that's why they really want the practice. They want to perform here tonight, even if it is after the game. The question is, I'm not sure. In this situation before, sometimes the team has watched the band perform, and then they've taken their huddle, and so it'll we'll just kind of have to wait and see how that, in what order that happens, and how soon we'll be able to talk to the coach after the game.
All right. We will play that one by ear. A lot of times we are not allowed to play the music because YouTube hates us when we play any music that
gets cited and shut down until we can answer.
Yeah. So Lovington decides they will go for it and trying the trick play as keeping it himself. Gutierrez, a little shake and bake. He's across the 30 to the 40, hurdles a man to the 50 and into Gadsden territory. Take the timeout. Take the timeout. They will. So that'll be 35. 42 yards on the quarterback keeper for Jaden Gutierrez. He's got 83 yards on just 5 carries. And so now timeout with 2 seconds to go. Now you can bomb it towards the end zone. You've got the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So it looks like Coach Bailey playing the Riverboat Gambler a little bit there.
Yeah. Gadsden kind of decided to fake him out there on that kick, looking like they might try an onside, and then at the last minute, the gained some momentum and went up and kicked it away. I think they were thinking they would try to kick it over Lovington's head behind them, and so I think Coach is like, well, you're not the only one who can pull a fake, look like, and even Kathy Bailey and Coach's mom came by. She, of course, takes the photography for the Booster Club and for the team officially, and said, I thought they were taking a knee, and so it got everybody, faked everybody. So with 2 seconds on the clock, they've got time for a play.
So now the question will be, do you run it here because they're going to be expecting a pass, or do you go ahead and do you throw it? Gadsden looks like they're going to move 3, 6, 7, 8 guys up close to the line. This will be the last play of the half. Vasquez was already lining up over on the near side, and Coach tells him, go over and get in the huddle.
Now he comes back over.
They're going to bunch everybody in. Now they're going to split out trips to the right side.
And Vasquez is over here on the left.
And they've got Aiden Ortiz in the backfield with Gutierrez. Good snap. Gutierrez rolls to the right, has time as the buzzer sounds, fires across his body, has Ortiz at the 30, to the 20, to the 15, and down. It's a big gain of, let's see, that'd be 30 yards to Ortiz, but he doesn't have enough and not enough time on the clock to get it in, but another 30-yard gain right at the buzzer.
Uh-oh.
And now we've got a man down on the far sideline. And so halftime will be, our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation will be delayed just a minute as we've got a man down back near midfield. And it is one of the Wildcats. I hope it's not Jaden.
I hope not either.
Coach Bailey is coming over, though.
All right.
Hey, Coach Bailey, got a man down. You worried about this?
No, he's okay. He just
okay.
So he's fine.
Excellent. All right. A big score first half. Kind of a track meet out there. What'd you see?
Yeah, I mean, we're running the ball really well. I think the few times we've thrown the ball, it's been a thing that we're doing offensively looks okay. And defensively, I think we're really, really close to making some stops. I mean, we're settling in a little bit. We can't give up passes either. That's not really their strength. And we know that last year, same thing. Held them, and gave up a pass. Held them, gave up a pass. So we got to lock down a little bit on that.
All right. What's the focus on the second half?
I mean, let's go protect the lead and let's go build on this. I think that we can win this game by a bunch if we just get going. I mean, we get a couple stops. I think that we can continue what we're doing offensively. So I feel pretty good about it. Just got to go sell those guys on, nailing down that stops.
All right, go.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right, our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation. Don Morgan and Coach Bailey will be back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show right after this. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Attention shoppers, Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, Shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get the Napa Know-How from Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. As the homecoming festivities are taking place under the field, Lovington leads this one by a score of 28-20. I'm TJ Miracle. Dawn Morgan is fieldside. Let's take a look at the numbers in the first half of this one. We will start with the visiting Gadsden Panthers. Through the air, Ethan Morales has had a good night. He is 5 of 7 for 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. The touchdowns coming 21 yards to Anthony Palomares, who's had 3 catches for 38 yards. He also had a 15-yard touchdown to Muro Almanza. That was the 2 touchdowns. His leading receiver is actually Matthew Rubio, though. 1 catch, 50 yards, as Lovington 3 times tonight has just completely lost actually 4 times tonight, just completely lost the Gadsden receiving corps, just completely. The 19-yarder to Palomares, the 21-yard touchdown, the 15-yarder to Almanza, and the 50-yarder to Rubio. So 4 of the 5 completions. There hadn't been a Wildcat within 10 yards of the man. That's something we'll talk about in our keys to the second half. On the ground, it has been a grinded-out game for the Panthers. Juan Rios leads the way, 12 carries, 61 yards, and a rushing touchdown. Ethan Morales has 5 carries, make that 4 carries for 22 yards, and Dion Torres with 3 carries for 13 yards. Anthony Palomares also with a carry, but it resulted in no gain. So they got 103 through the air and 96 on the ground, 199 total yards for Gadsden in that first half. They were whistled for 2 real penalties for 20 yards. They actually 3 penalties. One of them was a half the distance on a point after, but when you get right down to it, 2 penalties for 20 yards. They had 10 first downs in the first half, 7 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second. A big blocked punt there by Fresno State-bound and Fresno commit Alex Rivera keeps this an 8-point ball game. So turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats. So on the offensive side of things pretty much going to script for the Cats. Jaden Gutierrez right now is a perfect 4 of 4 through the air for 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. The first one a 39-yarder to Jude Madrid. Then he threw a 49-yarder to Elijah Rivero. Those were the 2 big touchdowns. Ortiz also with a catch for 30 yards. Mendeville with a catch for 8 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's all 4 catches for 126 yards. On the ground, again, been kind of a grinded-out game. They've done a nice job there. Zach Diaz with 10 carries for 57 yards, including a touchdown. Gutierrez, actually the leading rusher. He's got 5 carries for 83 yards and a 27-yard keeper on his own. Aiden Ortiz, 2 carries for 26 yards. Mendeville has carried the ball 3 times, but is stuck at 0. So keeping up at home, 126 through the air. That's 166 on the ground. 292 total yards for the Wildcats in that first half. They were flagged 4 times for 40 yards. Got 9 first downs. That was 9 first downs in the first half, and scored 14 points in the first and 14 points in the second. That's how they get to their 28 points on the board. As the homecoming court's being introduced out there right now, we will go ahead and take a timeout, come back and continue with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show as Wildcat football continues in a moment here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com, also the Z94 KZOR Facebook page.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question. Call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services,
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show as the homecoming court being introduced out onto the field. 28-20 is the score. The Wildcats in the lead. Gadsden will have the ball first to start the second half. Just a quick look at around the rest of the sporting world today. Of course, you've got the baseball championship series going on, and Seattle blasting Toronto. That's been a series of blowouts. They win Game 5, 6-2 to go up 3-2 in the American League Championship Series. The National League Championship Series happening right now, and the Dodgers looking to pull the sweep in the top of the third inning. LA leading Milwaukee 3-0 in that one. Of course, the other Lee County football games tonight, Hobbs in Clovis, Tatum against Texaco, and Tatum rather against Mescalero, and Eunice against Texaco, all just getting underway about 15-20 minutes ago. We'll have score updates for you, hopefully, as we move through the evening tonight. So, Dawn, based on what you have seen tonight, I don't know if you can hear me down there with everything going on. But,
I'm here. I'm good.
But, keys to your Napa Know-How, keys to the second half. What are you thinking?
They're just the defense is just going to have to do a better job. That's something that we haven't said all season long, really, except in cases of specific cases, stopping the run on this team, doing this, doing that. But overall, they're working hard. They're just going to have to work a little smarter because Gadsden is a better team than they face at times this year. And they're just going to have to read the offense a little better, do a little bit better on coverage, do a little bit better on tackling. That's tackling technique is something that has come and gone at times. They've been doing some good. The tackles they're making have been good, but keying in and stopping the run before it gets out of him, being able to cover, pass coverage is key, and doing that cleanly. I mean, they've taken one penalty on that tonight. They've had one penalty at a really bad time. They've had one that was, as you said, maybe possibly a score-saving penalty. So penalties really haven't been the story tonight for either team for the most part. But as you said, the big plays have been key for both teams for the offenses. So if you look at the score, you would think that it's defense optional. It hasn't. Defense has made some important stops. They've done some good things. They forced the ball over on downs, on Gadsden. They got the ball back. I mean, they've done some good work, but you can do great work 9 out of 10 plays, and that 10th play, if it's a big one that beats you, that's the problem.
Well, it is, and so if they've done for the most part, a nice job. But, you got to work on those coverages, as I believe they just announced Jaden Gutierrez as the homecoming king. So congratulations to him. But, I'll echo what you said about the defense. I'll also echo what Coach Bailey said in the Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. As, Gadsden is a team that doesn't pass until they play Lovington. And that's the same thing that happened to them last year. And so they have to find a way. They cannot let these receivers get so wide open. Palamadas, as we mentioned, I mean, he's one of the best in the district, and he's one of the better ones in the state. He's got like 800 receiving yards on the season, so it's not like they never pass. And, to leave him completely wide open, that's inexcusable. I would imagine the defensive coaching staff going to be quite upset about that, and so they'll be working on that. Offense, just keep doing what you're doing. They did get that stop, and that was very important. And really right now, that one defensive stop is the difference in this ball game, Dawn.
That's exactly right, because with that, what's happened is each team has scored on every offensive possession except that one, I believe. If at least in my memory, that's how the first half has gone. So that's key. I mean, and we talked about that. I said, you've got to have a couple scores between you, because if you're trading touchdowns, that's okay as long as you're ahead, and you can't just be ahead by one score.
And you have the ball last.
Yeah, and you have the ball last. Yeah, and that's where the being ahead more than just one touchdown is important. And that extra, that instead of with it being 28-20 instead of 27-20 right now, that point could actually turn out to be a key point in this game as well. We'll have to see how the second half goes. If it proceeds, with as much offense as the first one did and as quickly as it did, it seemed to me, I didn't keep track of how much clock time, how much real-world clock time that first half took, but it went so quick. There was so much to watch. There was so much offensive production, so much going on that it seemed to go by quickly. So it'll be interesting. And Lovington, oh boy, they like getting that ball first in the second half, and this is not going their way in this game. And Gadsden's coming off of some momentum, having scored just before halftime. So getting out there and killing Gadsden's momentum, trying to kill their energy, their spirit, and their momentum with Lovington's own big plays. And you know what? Lovington hasn't had one of those. They've had big offensive plays, but we haven't had a big defensive play yet. Not a really big one. Not a fumble recovery, a forced turnover. We haven't had those, to really spark everybody up. And instead, it's just been, both offensives out there and the defenses trading some punches sometimes, with the offensives just, exploding and the teams trading touchdowns. So I think it's we need some big defense, some big defensive play coming in to really remind Lovington how dependent on their defense they are in terms of sparking that offense. It's been kind of the opposite tonight, and so it's great. We're 8 points up on the scoreboard, so it's not like we're unhappy with this team at all. It's not like the coach was unhappy, but when
just
you
a
look
few
at
things you need to work on,
a few things, because Gadsden's good.
Yeah. And the offense has to make sure they continue to roll too, because the defense, has been a little suspect tonight. So, get the defense, working a little bit better. Special teams has not been really a problem tonight. And keep the offense clicking, you'll be all right. Braden rejoins us. So, Braden, what did you see in that first half?
A lot of scoring.
I think you got it exactly right. An awful lot of scoring with 48 points on 7 touchdowns in that first half, as the Big Blue Band will go line up on the victory line as the homecoming folks clear out of the field, getting ready for Lovington to come back out. As we prepare, as Dawn working down on the sideline, providing some information there.
Yeah, actually, I was just doing a favor for the photographer who's covering the game for the Hobbs News Sun and the Lovington Leader, which she tells me that the big announcement is coming up on Monday, that it will be announced officially that the Hobbs News Sun is buying or has bought the Lovington Leader.
No, you are hearing it first here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. So Daniel Russell and his partners taking over John Graham's operation.
And John Graham apparently has announced or will announce his retirement, or at least from the publishing business, from the Lovington Leader with that. So some interesting changes coming for Lee County there.
It certainly can be. So keep listening for more details as the team's back on the field preparing for their warm-ups for the second half. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How halftime show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, at some point you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. We go to the third quarter with Lovington up 28-20. Right after this, Wildcat football continues on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat Football here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and on HobbsAmerica.com. I'm TJ Miracle high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling the blue turf of Brian Urlacher Field. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on everything and juggling the cats and the chainsaws back at One Radio Square. Braden Cooper spotting and running the camera tonight. Congratulations again to our homecoming king and queen tonight. Of course, Jaden Gutierrez.
Right, and that was Lauren
Corral.
Yes, Corral. Thank you very much, Lauren Corral, who was the queen. And I'm told that the woman who was actually presenting them with the crowns and placing the crowns on both of their heads was a woman who was the 1955 homecoming queen for Lovington. That's pretty amazing.
That is very amazing.
She was in a wheelchair, but she was both Jaden and Lauren were very respectful and really seemed to be touched by the fact that they were receiving their crowns from her. And I thought that was a great moment. There are some classes who are here, class reunion groups who are here watching this. I know one of them is the class of 1975. There may be, I think there's at least one more that is helping crowd this stadium tonight. It's pretty full.
It certainly is a good turnout tonight, as it generally is for homecoming, and homecoming in Lovington, zero exceptions. So Gadsden will start out the second half with the ball as Caleb Aranda will put it down. And now the back at Caleb's back, I would think that he's probably just going to try and put this one as far through the back of the end zone as he can and not give Ramirez or Torres any opportunity to return it.
Yeah, I think that would be the best plan. I think that you're right on that, so we'll see.
So we are ready to go. Second half of action. Lovington leading 28-20 here at Wildcat Stadium on homecoming night 2025. So now the festivities are over, and it is time to get back to football. This has been a good one.
Back to business.
As Caleb will run up on the ball, put the boot into it. It is a end-over-ender that'll be fielded at the 3 as bringing it out across the 10 to the 15 to the 20, 25, and putting his shoulder down and bowling forward is Ramirez out to the 30-yard line. So pretty good return there and decent field position for Gadsden to start the second half.
Well, on the stop too.
They allowed 10 more yards than Gadsden would have been at the 20 had that ball gone 3 yards more just into the end zone, but it was close. Still a good boot by Aranda.
Yes, it was. So Morales will lead his troops out. They'll set up on the far hash mark. They are moving from the south to the north, so they're driving up towards Tatum. Morales from the shotgun. Rios is his running back. Send a man in motion. They'll hand it to Rios. He's got a huge hole across the 40, 45. Stiff arms a man across the 50. Chasing him down to the 40 to the 35-yard line. And Rivero finally gets to him, but let's see, that's 20, 30, 35 yards for Juan Rios. That's 13 carries, 96 yards for him, and that's the 11th first down for Gadsden. We talked about the run defense being good and the pass defense not being so good. Well, run defense wasn't so good on that one.
Yeah, I mean, between Palomaros and Torres, and, they've really been making Lovington pay.
Yes, they have. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Morales waits for it, hands it off. Rios, he just goes through and busts through across the 30 to the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 8. That'll put him over the century mark as Lovington's coach is just going, what's going on, guys? 104 on the ground now for Juan Rios.
Yeah, the defensive coach over here on the sidelines is just putting his hands up like he's echoing exactly what you said. What is going on out there?
Yeah, I see Josh Bailey and Coach Quinones both going, what's happening, boys? Old Coach Quinones.
Right.
Coach Quinones Sr. would be the better way to put that. Armando Riveras goes around the right side on the sweep, and he'll get to the 25-yard line. He'll pick up 3 and have enough for another Gadsden first down. Jaden on the stop there, far side. Looks like in on that was Jaden Garcia. And they're going to say just shy of the first down.
And Chief, at least, a loudspeaker announcer. Is that Chief on the loudspeaker announcer?
Yes, it is. Yes,
he also mentioned Leyva.
Oh, okay. Now they'll bunch in tight. Hand it to
Rios,
and he comes near side, got some room on the sweep across the 20, 15 to the 10, going for the corner of the end zone. And did he get it? Nope, they're going to say he's out at the 1-yard line. But all of a sudden, it's 26 yards and first and goal for Gadsden. All of a sudden, Lovington's first half potent run defense has gone to sleep.
Coach Bailey just beside himself over here. He's really unhappy and just, I think coming fresh off of what was a talking to at half, and here we are in the nightmare scenario you didn't want to see.
So first and goal from the 1. Morales handing it to Rios, and he will go into the right side, be stacked up at the line, driven sideways. Did they keep him out? I think they did.
Great stand.
Yes, it was, and so they're going to say, yep, they stopped him right there. No gain. So second and goal from the 1. Good job by the big boys up front, but the nose of that football right on the goal line.
But they got to do it 2 more times.
3 more times.
3 more times, yeah, exactly.
The second and goal, I would bet maybe Morales takes it in over center this time. He stays in the pistol formation, only about 4 yards back. Waits on the snap. It's a high one, and he'll have to run it to the right side, and he will take it in before Chase Terrell can get a hand on him. And so that'll be the touchdown for Morales, 1 yard in the books. And now it is a 2-point ball game. Gotta think they're going to go for 2 as all of a sudden Lovington's run defense is on its heels.
And they're spending a lot of time looking over to the sideline to see exactly, what's going on. I think they're going for 2.
Yeah, they are
going to
go.
The kicker is over there, he's still kicking into the practice net.
Yeah, they're going to go for 2 to try and tie this one up. Rios will be the deep back. They put it on the near hash mark. They'll have to swing and gate this one to the near side, I've got to think. Nope. I guess they elected to take it from the near hash mark, and a throw to the far side to Rios, and he tries to break the play, and the ball is out, and it goes out of bounds, and so the 2-point conversion is no good.
Wasn't that Terrell?
That was Terrell.
Yeah.
On the far side, he grabbed him and slung him, kept him from breaking it over, and so Chase Terrell plays the hero, but Gadsden takes it down and gets the score. It's now Lovington 28, Gadsden 26. We'll just keep it right here.
I think I mentioned something about Chase Terrell being ferocious here and just staying plugged into that just incredible intensity all game long. Well, it paid off right there for him.
And that almost looked like a busted play because Morales looked like he was turning to hand it off to Rios, and Rios had snuck out into the flat on the right side and was leaking out to get a pass. Now they moved it quickly and tossed it over. Coach Bailey has given the Whitecap a earful. He's seeing something, I think, on that line that he's not liking. that he's arguing is something that shouldn't be happening out there.
I don't know. It looked from this angle, from way behind and back,
It's getting a little chippy, too.
It looked intentional to me. It looked like that's what they intended to do, and they just had a hesitation in executing that. But you may be right. Maybe it was blown, and that's just what they came up with. But yeah, Coach Bailey very unhappy, and the Whitecap just kind of loped away and shaking his head. So
Pedro Munoz will be back deep alongside Elijah Rivero as Herrera will tee it up at the 49, 26 to go here in the third. Lovington up 28. Oh, they
said he did go in.
They did go in, so it's 28 all. And whistles sound before the kickoff even happens. We got laundry on the field.
So that was what Coach was so unhappy about, is I guess the ref signaled that they were going to allow that 2 point.
And what I don't get is that should have been the side judge's call, and I never took my eyes off of him, and he never signaled. He never ever signaled the point good.
Well, a bone of contention for sure, but it's just more that, as Coach says, that just means you have to overcome. You can't control that. That's what happens. And he's lodged his appeal. It didn't work, so they play on, and Lovington's just going to have to try to rise above that.
So all tied at 28 apiece as you got an offsides on Gadsden. So move them back 5 yards. Lovington will have a chance for a return here. Herrera comes up on the ball. This game tied at 28 apiece. And it'll be a little bit shorter this time off of the bounce. Rivero will grab it at the 18, gets it to the 20, cuts it back across, looking for some room across the 25, sweeps it to the outside of the 30, to the 40, to the 50, running and steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and then gets an earful from Antonio Castillo. But I bet we've got a block in the back at the 30, and the Boo Birds are out in blue, because they know that it is going to be on Lovington.
Yeah, Dominic Arenanda for Gadsden
and
in on that as well.
Hold on the return on Lovington from the 31-yard line. So ouch, a 10-yard penalty on the return will take him from the 45 all the way back to the 20. It only goes in the books as a 10-yard penalty, but in essence it's a 25-yard penalty. So first down and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 21-yard line.
Yeah, they're pinned back pretty good. The offense has got to come through like they have this entire game. It's important for Lovington to answer that as quickly as they can, break this tie.
Everybody in tight. Vasquez is split wide to the left. Good snap. Hand it off. Rivero on the end around. Looking for some room. Not much there. Gets about 4 yards and then gets punched on the ground. Ref's right there. Okay, where's the flag? He pulls the Gadsden man off of him, pushes him away. Where in the heck is the flag? I don't understand that one, as Gio Moncoyo basically lands an elbow shot on him. The ref has to pull him off of Elijah, but no flag on the play. Huh.
It happens again. It's good to get a flag.
I think it should have been on the flag that time. Send a man in motion. That is Rivero coming into the slot on the right side. And whistles sound, and going to have a false start on Lovington. So wipe out the 4 yards Elijah got. Second down and 11 now. This is not starting the way Lovington wants it to.
No, and they need to snap back into focus here.
This might not be a terrible time
for
to call a timeout,
because it's threatening. It has that of wheels coming off a little, to regroup, refocus, and just get into. They need a big offensive explosive play here. Get out of the funk, or timeout to talk about it. Something looks like they're playing on.
So second down and 11 for the Wildcats after the 5-yard false start penalty. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Mendeville in the backfield with Gutierrez. Jaden looks to pass, looks to the right, throws to the right, has a man across the 25 out to near the 30-yard line.
Is it Vasquez?
Terrell.
Chase Terrell.
Wow.
Chase Terrell's going to get 10 of the 11 that they needed. Chase's first catch of the night and makes it a much more manageable 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, and I was expecting to see an 8, not thinking that it would be a 6, that it would be Chase, but he comes off, and you've got
Chase kind of leaked out from his tight end position over on that side and found a hole.
And is that 56? Is that Samuel Dean going in?
I think so.
I think so.
A little bit of extra blocking up front with 8:05 remaining. 3rd quarter in a 28-28 game. From the Wildcat 30-yard line, 3rd down and 1. Gutierrez goes up under center. Barks it out, hands it off, and getting through, finding a little room, and just banging it through.
That is Jaden Garcia.
That is Jaden Garcia.
That is number 60, Jaden Garcia. It is.
So Jaden going in with they've got. If they don't call that the fridge package, I'm going to be upset with Coach Bailey as Jaden gets 4 yards on the play.
Nice. Again, Lovington's been able to pull out some surprises and some surprising plays on teams all throughout the season, and it has worked well for them.
It has, and it gets them their 10th first down of the ball game, their first of the second half. So from the 34-yard line, 1st down and 10, Lovington. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Empty set in the backfield. Jaden keeps it himself. He's across the 40, 45 to the 50. Hops outside of the 45 to the 40 to the sideline to the 30. Cuts it back, gets a block to the 20 to the 15, 10, 5. It's a foot race and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown, Wildcats.
I think Gutierrez ran 150 yards to be able to get that in the end zone. That was a run.
66 yards on the quarterback keeper. Outruns Armando Ramirez running slantways the other direction.
Yeah.
149 yards, and Lovington back up 34-28. Woof, 66 yards to the house.
That's amazing. I mean, if you added up all the zigzags and all the way back across the field, I think that really was 150 on that run.
I think it was.
To get credit for 66.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up by Caleb Aranda, and it is good.
What did we talk about needing that explosive play, whether it came from defense or offense, to get Lovington back energized, to get them back up?
Now let's see if the defense can respond. 7:14 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Wildcat football continues in just a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Jaden Gutierrez takes it 66 yards to the house. Caleb Aranda bangs home the extra point. And just like that, the Wildcats have answered the Panthers and lead this one 35-28. With Dawn Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running camera and spotting for us tonight. Tiff Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on things back at One Radio Square as Caleb will come up on it, and it will be an onside kick. It is a bouncer. It was loose momentarily, but just falling on it, doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Andrew Padilla. So Coach Bailey rolling the dice again, but Padilla for Gadsden does a nice job to fall on that one as he gets mugged going back as he got creamed by Gio Moncoyo, who just in his happiness, I think, probably hit him harder than any of the Wildcats did.
I was about to say, and I was seeing him as that went down, seeing number 57. So, yep, now, what do you think about knocking the ball, shaking the ball loose?
If you can do it, do it.
Yeah, I think this is a good time for Lovington to try to get the ball back.
So now can Gadsden answer on this one? They've answered all night, and so is Lovington. Two heavyweights standing in the ring punching at each other. Hand it off. Rios coming to the near side. He stiff arms Gutierrez. or pardon me, Garcia, but Jaden will take him down just as he crosses inside Lovington territory. Still going to be a pickup of 5, though, for Rios, 135 yards on just 17 carries.
Yeah, Garcia let out an animal roar that would do any lion's zoo in a zoo proud. I tell you what, talk about being ferocious.
So now it'll be 2nd down and 5. Gadsden football just inside Lovington territory on the Wildcat 49. Morales from the shotgun hands it off to Rios. He's hit in the backfield, then stacked up and pushed backwards after only about a 2-yard gain. Giovanni Contreras got him after Alex Rivera made the initial contact. It'll be a 1-yard gain officially for Rios. Now an important 3rd down and call it 4 facing the Panthers.
Again, good time for big defensive play. Lovington really needs to get the ball back and get another score on the board, a little buffer in
Twins left, single receiver to the right. Wildcats show they're coming off of the right side on the hard count. Back to pass. Morales going to be pressured. Rolls to the right. Lets it fly. And that one is into no man's land and almost picked off, but knocked down. And so incomplete. You'll take that result, and it'll be 3rd down and 3. I've got to think the Panthers are going for it.
Yeah, Rivera was going up for it. Chase Terrell was right there in the midst. And, yeah, I tell you, that was almost a takedown.
Just about. Good pressure coming in from the backside from Alex Rivera initially, and timeout going to be taken by Gadsden. They want to talk about it on a 4th down and 4 to go. We'll be right back. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com. Gadsden takes the timeout, facing a 4th down and 4 from the Lovington, call it 47-yard line. 5:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. They decide to go for it. So a big 4th down here for the Wildcat defense.
Yeah, that was just...
Well, actually, they do have their punter in the ball game now.
Yep, he's at Rios.
And so he will put the big boot into it, and Lovington just going to watch that one bounce, and it'll take a Gadsden bounce, but it'll bounce through the end zone, so bring it out to the 20-yard line. Winds up being a 49-yard, 47-yard punt. And so it'll be a back out to the 20, so a 29-yard net. And so Lovington 1st and 10 from the 20. The defense holds again. Now can the offense respond once again and get them up 2 scores? That is the question that will be answered. As Jaden Gutierrez will bring the play in from the sidelines. Lovington looking to get the tiebreaker. If they can hold on and win this one, that would give them the tiebreaker against Gadsden. Also Mayfield and Goddard. And the handoff on the sweep coming around near side Mendeville as he's going to cross the 20, cuts it back to the 25 to the 26-yard line. 6 yards for Mendeville, 2nd down and 4. And Braden with some good information. Apparently Zach Diaz is out for the rest of the game. So
Mendeville may be called on more and more there, and he's not a real, he's a quick guy, he's a smaller guy, and he just faces getting hit every time. He gets hit pretty hard by 2 or 3 when he makes a carry.
And they give him 7, so it'll be 2nd down and 3. Lovington with twins to the right side. That'll be Rivero in the slot, split backs in the backfield. Hand it off. Nope, they'll do the little pitch to Mendeville. He crosses the 30, little stutter step out to the 35, falls forward to the 36-yard line. 9 yards on the little pitch out to Jonathan Mendeville and move the chains. 1st down, Lovington.
Actually, that was 35, Aiden Santayella, again, who made the stop. He actually did him a favor. He hit him from behind and pushed him forward. He got another good half a yard, almost a whole yard out of that.
So the clock continues to move with 4:47 to go here in the 3rd period. Lovington up by a touchdown, 35-28. Bunch everybody in tight. Single receiver is Jude Madrid by himself to the right. Waiting on it, just keeping it himself. Gutierrez across the 40, gets a block to the 45, and then out right at midfield before he's ridden down from behind by number 1, Armando Ramirez. They're going to put him at the 49-yard line.
No, I think that was Aiden Ortiz who helped pave the way for him.
Yes, it did. So it'll be a first down for the Lovington Wildcats. So he picks up 13 on the quarterback keeper. And that's the 12th first down for Lovington, just on their side of the 50-yard line. 162 rushing yards tonight for Jaden Gutierrez. Now they'll split him out wide, 4 receiver set. Jaden high snap, handles it, hands it off. Ortiz, he'll just put the shoulders down and bang forward to the 45-yard line inside of Gadsden territory. Hitting him first was Gabriel Calderon. But it's still good for 5 yards there for Ortiz. His 3rd carry of the night for 31 yards. You'll like that number. 10-yard average.
Lovington carriers just getting it out a few yards at a time.
Trips to the left. Single receiver to the right. That's Madrid by himself to the right. Gutierrez waits on it as Gadsden shows blitz. And Gutierrez, he just runs around the blitz. He's got some blockers. He's across the 35 and brought down at the 30-yard line, 16 yards on the keeper for Jaden as the blitzer overran him.
Rocky Rodriguez actually brought him down.
Yeah, Rocky Rodriguez and Dominic Hernandez on the start, but it's another Wildcat first down. That is 178 now on the ground for Jaden Gutierrez. So at the Gadsden 29-yard line, 3 minutes to go here in the third. Lovington's offense has not missed a beat here in this second half from the first half, and the defense got a stop in the second. They've gotten one in the second quarter. They've gotten another one here in the second half. Twins left, twins right. Jaden looks to pass, looks to the left, comes back across the middle, throws it up the seam.
Yes.
Rivero and Elijah Rivero, 29 yards to the house, put 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, second TD of the night from Gutierrez to Rivero, and the Wildcats take the 41-28 lead.
Yeah, Rivero beat his man. I think that was Ramirez on him, and wow. Nice throw, beautiful catch. It was textbook.
Yes, it was. So now trying to make this a 2-touchdown lead. Rivero went up the seam, and Gutierrez found him in stride. Now Aranda to attempt the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, the kick is up, and it is good, and Rivero gets clobbered. No flag on the play. Damian Chacon.
Yes, I was saying 11 men got him, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah,
You've got to feel like it's roughing the kicker.
Yeah, unnecessary roughness.
One of the two.
Yeah, because they didn't get around it. They got his
Right.
holder, so it'll be
that's right.
unnecessary roughness.
There you go. I thought it was the kicker,
unnecessary
actually.
roughness. Yeah, no, it was Rivero that they plastered. And that was uncalled for, frankly. I would have said the same thing if we did it. You'll have personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct on Gadsden, so 15 yards on the kickoff.
I think it was almost targeting because Rivero is the guy who just scored the touchdown on him against him.
If they would have looked at it, if they would have put
Realized
the fist
that.
if they would have put the fist to the head, that would have been targeting and it would have been an ejection, but they didn't see it that way. Rivero's up, he's fine. So with 2:44 to go in the third, we'll be back in 30 seconds. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. 75396-1840 from the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
For the second time tonight, Jaden Gutierrez finds Elijah Rivero wide open, and the result is the same. Touchdown Wildcats. Point after is good, and then a 15-yard penalty for unnecessary roughness on Gadsden. And so move the ball up. I think if I'm Lovington, I try the onside again here, Dawn. I think you keep your foot on the gas,
yes, you do.
And you try and put the dagger in the heart.
I think you do. I think you try to pile on as many points as you can in however way you can come up with them. I think you just Yeah, no mercy here because they can't let Gadsden back in the door. They've got to pile on the points while they can.
So Aranda comes up on it, and he will kick a little squibber into no man's land. That could be trouble, but it's handled by Torres. He'll bring it out across the 15, out to the 18-yard line before Lovington converges. And just a quick note, Dawn, as we were at break, I heard something through your microphone, and these guys were being loud. It was Gutierrez and Rivero all the way on the other side of the bench from where you were standing, and they were giving each other the business and high fives and kind of pumping each other back up. Not that they needed it.
I'm not always aware. When I think that there is stuff that might get on the mic that shouldn't be, I try to hide it, but I wasn't aware of that. I think it was okay, right?
They didn't say anything bad.
Okay.
And on the screen to the near side, that'll be a completion, but that is great coverage. Nice job by the Wildcats there, and Aiden Nunez. It's a completion to number 10, Matthew Rubio. And it's a pretty good gain there. It'll be 6 yards on the completion, but that was a big hit for Nunez. Let's see if that gets the defense fired up.
He's getting some good words from the sideline on that as well.
So 2nd down and 4 with 2:10 remaining in the third. Lovington up 42-28.
Coach Bailey seeing something in the lineup.
He's asking for about something.
He's asking the
back to pass. Morales. Steps, fires, goes down the far sideline, over and picked off as the INT at the 40-yard line. As Kame picks it off, the INT. Dawn Morgan, you got what you asked for, the big defensive play. No laundry from the field, and Kame with the INT gives Lovington's offense the ball back.
Amazing. What great coverage, too. He was there, turned around, clean INT.
And they give him the ball at the 40-yard line as Morales was trying to get Palomares over there, and great coverage by Kame. He's gotten beat a couple of times tonight, but not that time. First turnover of the ball game gives Lovington the football with 1:52 to go here in the third. Dagger time, baby, if you're wearing the blue and white.
And Lovington is the offense and defense as a team. They are so pumped right now.
Twins left, twins right, back to pass. Gutierrez has good protection, has time, rolls, fires. He comes down the near seam, has a man. It's Madrid at the 25. Looks for some room to the 20, to the 18.
That is Jude Madrid.
That's what I said again, Don.
That's what.
And so that is 10, 20, 30, 40, 48 yards to Jude Madrid. His second catch of the night, 1st and 10 Wildcats.
My tongue was firmly in cheek there because we had a chance to do the same thing again right there. It's awesome.
213 yards through the air for Jaden Gutierrez, and for Jude Madrid, 2 catches for 87 yards. I'm getting too darned excited. I didn't even know the cough drop. Twins make that trips to the left, single receiver to the right after Madrid gets Lovington inside the red zone. Back to pass. Gutierrez looks left, fakes left, comes back, is hit, and he will be dropped back inside the 25, back at the 22-yard line. First sack of the ball game. That was really a coverage sack. So we'll call it, 5 yards on the sack.
He looked right over here. There were a couple of guys open, and he just immediately didn't like what he saw. There was Isaac Leba was over here. But
I think what he saw was one of the safeties it actually come in, but there was another safety back there that was looking to jump the route, and so at least that's what I saw.
Yeah, that's why I said headed for him, headed for that.
Well, yeah, it was headed for him, but there was another one headed out into the...
Headed for the intended receiver.
Gotcha.
Headed for 55, yeah.
So now a whistle will sound as Coach Josh Bailey wants to take a timeout. 21 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. We'll just keep it right here. Say a big thank you to Aftermath Auto Oil Services, Bob's Thriftway, Lovington Municipal Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, B&B Rentals, also Man Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Battle Energy, the Gandy Corporation, and Double R Pipe and Supply. We appreciate those folks making it possible for us to bring you Lovington Wildcat and Lady Cat athletics absolutely free of charge. Never have to charge you to watch your kids and teams play. We never have to beg you for donations. Unfortunately, too many so-called broadcasters do both. We do not do that, and it's in large part thanks to those folks right there. So when you need goods and services, be sure you give them your business as a thank you for supporting your Lovington Cats and Lady Cats.
And I don't know what you saw up there, but to me it looked like there were three Gadsden guys right there on Alex. They could have hit him harder. They could have punished him more, and they didn't. And I think that they knew that the sack was enough.
Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Gutierrez on the option look, going to keep it himself. Cuts back, and he cuts into traffic at the 20-yard line. And then, instead of going down, continues to fight forward. First contact there made by Diego Alviar. It'll be a 3-yard pickup for Jaden. And so that'll end the third quarter of play. Lovington 42, Gadsden 28. We're back for the fourth right after this. Wildcat football continues in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube, OBSAmerica.com.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
Back here at Wildcat Stadium, start of the fourth quarter, the Wildcats leading 42-28. They've got it 3rd down and 11 now. The blue zone or the red zone of Gadsden. So 3rd down and 11. A big 3rd down for Lovington, up by 2 scores. They want to make it 3. Back to pass. Gutierrez has time, fires, goes over the back of the head, and not able to corral that one was Madrid, who got turned around just a little bit that time. Incomplete. And the first... I can't talk all of a sudden. 7 of 8 now. That is the first incompletion for Gutierrez on the night, Dawn.
It really just seems like Gadsden has doubled down. They were determined that interception was not going to cost them. It seems like they have just been more ferocious here and was just determined to make this stop. Lovington on this.
Caleb Aranda on for the attempt at a field goal. This will be a 36-yard attempt, so they put it down at the 26. So waiting on it. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up, and from 36 yards out, split the uprights. Good. Put 3 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats, the 36-yard field goal. And Lovington, 10 seconds into the fourth quarter, takes the 45-28 lead. We're back in 1 minute as Wildcat football continues in a moment.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
It's a 36-yard field goal from Caleb Aranda. It is good, and just as we started the fourth quarter, makes Lovington the owner of the 45-28 advantage. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan fieldside. Braden Cooper spotting tonight, running our camera, as Caleb will boot this one away, and I think the adrenaline flowing as that one is going to hit 5 yards deep in the end zone, then go out between the legs of the big blue cat. So bring it out to the 20, and that's where Gadsden will have it. Now they've got to be in hurry-up, come back, fire it all over the field mode.
You know, we talked about just put points on the board any way you can, as fast as you can anyway.
And Dawn have been asked to have you change quarters. So,
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. And I think that the field goal was a hey, we're gonna make points on every possession if we can.
And so far, Lovington has done that tonight, and they cashed in the turnover to get that 3 points. So that's a good thing. Now Gadsden going to be in having to throw it around territory. Trips to the left, single receiver to the right. Morales waits on it. He's going to roll to the left. Looks, fires off the back foot, and that one could have been picked off quite easily, as Rivero was really the guy who had the inside track on the potential catch, but just out of everybody's reach, incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
I think Chase Terrell was right there with him as well, a couple of steps back.
So now let's see if Gadsden, who doesn't throw the ball except against Lovington, and they have thrown it a lot more this year than they did last year, but let's see if they're used to doing this. They may not be used to having to just chuck it all over the field. Twins left, twins to the right. Morales is the quarterback. Puts a man in motion. He's back to pass. Has a little time. Pocket breaks down, throws it underneath. Picked off as the Cats get another one, as coming up from it and making it is Chase Terrell. Terrell with the INT. Gets Lovington their 2nd turnover of the night forced, and give it over to the Wildcats. Now this can be the true dagger. 1st and 10 Lovington from the 24-yard line.
Yeah. And you know, any other team might look at the clock and think, okay, now we slow down. We've got a big lead. Now we hang on and we eat clock. Well, Coach Bailey has said, we just don't play that way. And they don't play well that way usually. And so if they're deliberately trying to slow down and eat clock, so, you know, I think you just keep your feet on the gas. You be Lovington, you play, and you just try to go ahead and make some points out of this possession any way you can.
Get the touchdown this possession, then you start thinking about some other things. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Good snap. It's handled. Back to pass. Jaden hit as he throws. Fires that one incomplete as he was trying to get, wow, that was Justin Allen out in the pattern. Incomplete, and so it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Lovington.
Allen was on one side, and then he kind of split the receivers there, and I'm trying to see the number of who else was out there on the other side.
I think that was Sanchez, number 12. So maybe already got a couple of the younger receivers in, because you got Sanchez and Allen out there. Let's see, he's sending Jude Madrid over to the far side. Madrid will be by himself on the right side. So a 3-receiver pattern this time for Gutierrez. Hand it off. Nope, keeps it himself, and he is tripped up after about a 2-yard gain to the 22-yard line. So 3rd down and 8 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, he faked a handoff to Mendeville, but nobody bid on it very much.
As Rivero checks back into the ball game on a 3rd down, and call it 8 for the Wildcats. We still haven't had a minute gone in the 4th quarter yet. That's been a lot going on in the last minute. The clock continues to move. Of course, after tonight, we hit the road, a long road trip to Deming next week, another 6 o'clock game. Before we wrap up the regular season here on the blue turf in 2 weeks, Halloween night against Santa Teresa. 4-receiver set, back to pass. Jaden with it, fires, goes up the middle, has Rivero, 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, 22 yards. Elijah Rivero, his 3rd receiving touchdown of the night. And the Cats go up 51-28. They begin to roll.
The two of them make it look so easy, and making plays, executing plays out there perfectly against another team that's capable like Gadsden is anything but easy. But I tell you, Gutierrez to Rivera, it's gold.
100 receiving yards tonight for Elijah Rivero. I'm a little surprised they're not going for 2 here, because you go for 2 and make it, and you're at 35 points, which means running clock. But they elect to go for the standard PAT. Bad snap. It's handled as Caleb gets under it and pops it up and through.
Sneaks it.
So just barely, but hey, just barely.
It worked.
Close to and he got it through good enough. So 52-28, our score. 10:43 to go in the ball game. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supplies. It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
Elijah Rivero has his third receiving touchdown of the night, 22 yards from Jaden Gutierrez. A bad snap, though, when they wave off the point after, so 51-28 the score.
And that makes Rivero the all-time leading. He's got the most yards in Lovington football history.
Most receiving touchdowns in that, as the kickoff will be fielded by Ramirez, brings it up to the 15 and is knifed down as he falls forward to the 17-yard line. So 1st and 10 for Gadsden.
I think that Coach Bailey deliberately stayed away from getting it into running clock so that he can go ahead and get younger players and get them in here and give them good game experience, because Lovington has needed that.
And the starter's still out there, though.
Yeah.
The starter's still out there for this. This may be their last series, though, if they can keep Gadsden from doing anything. And so Gadsden will go and do a 3-receiver set. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left, tight end over on that left side. Morales waits on it, hands it off to Rios. He's got a little room as he drags a whole bunch of Wildcats with him. And finally, he's going to be suplexed down, but not before he picks up a rough 10 yards. That was a heck of a run for that young man. He's had a good game.
Yeah.
146 on the ground for the first down. So that'll be the 14th first down of the ball game for Gadsden. And they move it up to the Wildcat 29-yard line. 10:15 remaining here in the ball game. Another 3-receiver look this time, handed off Rios again. He'll sweep it to the right side, and he'll get out to the 34-yard line. Another pickup of 5 for him before he's brought down. That was Chris Casadas on the initial hit there. And also Nunez in on the stop.
Was there a play holding, I think? Was there?
Holding on Gadsden. Waiting on the official call. Good eye, Braden.
Well, I saw
will be holding on Gadsden, so it'll wipe out that 5-yard run.
The Whitecap already, he's already signaled it once. Yeah, before, right after the flag. He came out. It was a quick one, but he already, pointed and made the holding sign. So
5 penalties, 50 yards now for the Gadsden Panthers. 9:50 to go. Lovington up by 33. Now they'll split Rios out wide to the right. Looking to pass, tossing it over. Rivero with another INT. He picks it up. He's across the 40 to the 30. Still on his feet to the 20. And Rivero has the third INT of the night.
It was intended for Darrent Torres, and they were just matching each other step for step, and Rivero used his height and reached up and just got it, and he had to fight to hold on to it, but that was clearly it was intended for Torres.
It was, and so Rivero, Kame, and Terrell all with the interceptions tonight. Third turnover of the night for Lovington against Gadsden, and now they are inside the red zone and will have a chance, and we will have personal foul on Gadsden, so that'll be half the distance to the goal. They didn't signal the horse collar that you saw, Braden, but
one of the refs is coming right back. It was right on the 50-yard line. He threw his pink flag, and he just ran back to pick it up. That's where he saw it.
So it'll be a half the distance to the goal penalty. It winds up being a 10-yarder, half the distance from the 18 to the 9, basically. And so Lovington will have it first down and goal from the 9-yard line. Dagger time as Gutierrez stays out. 3 receiver set. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. Put Terrell in the tight end position right side. Jaden sweeps it to the strong side. Inside the 5. Spin move and into the end zone. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats. Running clock time at homecoming, baby. And Jaden has his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night.
What a second half for Lovington. They just came out after kind of a rough start on first possession in the second half. They just turned it around. They did exactly they rode the energy off of two huge plays, and they haven't looked back since. And what a great night. Record broken, homecoming, pouring it on. Running clock now and a point after to come.
I would be willing to bet we do see the bench come in after this. Just make sure they are eligible. Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I didn't think they would be in immediately a while ago.
And that will be up and good. And so with 9:26 remaining in the ballgame, Lovington 58, Gadsden 28. Wildcat football returns in a moment. Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
The Wildcats cash in on the 3rd turnover of the night committed by the Panthers. It'll be a 14-yard keeper on the sweep for Jaden Gutierrez, 9 yards for Gutierrez into the end zone. And Lovington goes up by 40 after the point after from Aranda. With Don Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper spotting, running camera tonight. Caleb Aranda on to boot it away, and he will put this one. It is a line drive shot that'll be fielded by Ramirez. Brings it out across the 15 to the 20, or rather to the 10 to the 15 to the 17-yard line, and brought down there, first down and 10. And looks like the Lovington starter is going to stay out with running clock for another round. I'm not sure about this.
Is it running clock? It's just 30-point difference. Does it have
just
to be
30?
35?
It's 35. Sorry,
yeah,
I was
35.
Thinking, I was getting my hopes up there, and
well, you may be projecting, maybe a psychic prediction.
I just didn't do my math right. You got to remember, I went to Big Spring High School, and math was not a strong subject.
You graduated, though.
I did graduate. I graduated top 10 in my class, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I was number 10, but I graduated top 10.
Hey, it counts.
So from the 18-yard line, yes, and math was never my strong suit. Just ask my college math professor.
It wasn't mine either.
So twins to the left, twins to the right. As it'll be Morales back out there, and he keeps it himself, and he will cross the 20. And then Aiden Nunez, who's had a whale of a night, brings him down at the 21-yard line after about a 3-yard gain for Morales. It'll be second down and about 8. Yeah, it was just wishful thinking on my part, Dawn. I apologize
maybe
about
we're
that.
Projecting, maybe a little peek into the future here. So we've still got, we got almost 9 minutes. That's a long time in football. There's a lot of football left to play. Things can happen.
As
Lovington can score again, 3 more times. You never know.
Alex Kame looks over to the sideline, and Coach Jaime Quinones sends in, tells him what he wants. Lovington will go with a man coverage. They'll hand it off to Rios, and he's got a huge hole as he'll break through. Pardon me, that's not Rios. That is Ramirez, and he's on the sidelines across the 50 to the 40 to the 35-yard line before finally Mayan Bustillos and Chase Terrell combine to bring him down. But that is a huge gain. That's 10, 20, 30, 40, 48 yards for Armando Ramirez, and it'll be a first down for Gadsden.
He was able. I don't know how he got through all that traffic. I mean, I thought he was going to be down. He was going to be caught a time or two there.
So did I. So nobody's told Gadsden that the idiot radio announcer got his math wrong. Clock is still running, though, because they kept it in bounds. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Morales fakes the handoff and fakes it the wrong way, but has some room, and he'll be run out at the 30. It'll be a 3-yard gain. Yeah, I think we're going to have a late hit maybe on the near side. So they'll give Morales the 3 yards. But I have a feeling we're going to have a hold? Or are we going to have a late hit? We'll have personal foul. Nope, it'll be holding on Gadsden. So a hold on the Panthers will wipe out that 3-yard gain. And Gadsden, only with 2 penalties in that first half, have now racked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in the second half. That's their 7th penalty for 70 yards. And it'll move them back all the way to the Wildcat 40. And they'll have it second down, and that'll be 16 after the 10-yard penalty. High snap, but it's handled. Now Morales just going to have to keep it himself. Lovington bit going everywhere after Rios, but out to about the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10, 11, 12 yards, and so Morales gets the penalty back plus some.
And that was Casados who ran him out of bounds.
41 yards on 8 carries for Ethan Morales tonight, and it'll be second down and 10 now. He got a lot of the yardage back. He stepped out a little bit before I thought he did. High snap, hand it off. Rios crosses the 30, balls out. It's on the turf. I think the Wildcats have it.
The Lovington coaches say they have it, that we've got it. We'll see.
Waiting.
It's white jersey on the turf, though. Yep, it is. No, they're number 15. They're number 15 who fell on it, and that would be Aiden Cardenas.
So Cardenas saves the 4th turnover of the night. Rio's going to wind up with a 3-yard gain, his 20th carry of the night for 149 yards. Yowza. That kid's been slashing and gashing. 149 and a touchdown. Twins to the left and Twins to the right. High snap handled. Hand it to Rios. Pardon me, that's not Rios. That is Ramirez, and he's driven backwards.
Alex Rivera.
Alex Rivera, the Fresno State recruit, knocks him backwards. It's going to be a loss back to the 30. Wow, they didn't give him much of a loss. It'll just be a 1-yard loss on Rios. So his 21st carry of the night, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 7 to go. 6:45 remaining in the ball game. Lovington cruising, 30-point lead, 58-28. Stack them up, means they line them up. 2 on the left side, 2 on the right side. Morales looks to pass, pressured, steps up, and he is going to be sacked.
Yeah.
As that'll be Rivera and Leyba. Nice job there. And, yep, that actually no sack. He ran forward and got to the line of scrimmage. No gain officially. So no sack, but that was a big one, and over on downs for the Lovington Wildcats. And so now the celebration can almost begin in earnest. Let's see who the Cats are going to have out there this time. I think we are going to see some of the backups come in as, yep. Let's see who
you got Allen running in.
So I think maybe Justin Allen's going to take over as the quarterback.
Yep.
So Allen will take over at the quarterback position. And he will hand it off to Ortiz, sweeps it to the right side. We got a flag on the play. I think they may have targeting on the head there.
He had him by the jersey, but it may have been even more than that.
Unfortunately, I think it's on us.
Oh, on us. Wow.
I think Aiden put his head down and went after the head of the defender. That's what it kind of looked like from up here.
All right. I was watching the ball, the carrier.
And it will be personal foul targeting on Lovington. Yep. So that'll be 15 yards against Lovington. That'll be their 7th penalty for 70 yards.
Allen going back out with the play.
So it'll be set first down and 25 now, as that'll move the ball all the way back to the 21-yard line. Yeah, You cannot put your head down and lead with your head, especially if it looks like you're going to hit the helmet of your opponent. So, of course, Ortiz just a freshman. He's still got some room to learn there, but hopefully that'll be a question. Is Allen going to keep it himself and get about a yard out of that one? So 1 yard for Allen, and it'll be...
Spencer's coming in now.
So now,
yeah. Spencer and Shooter Burns.
My favorite name on the team.
That's how I mentioned I knew you'd like it.
I hope he plays baseball this year. It's a good football name. It's an even better baseball name.
It is.
So 2nd down and Tatum, but it'll be Kyler Spencer in as the quarterback. So
Allen runs back in.
So now we've got 2 quarterbacks in the ball game. Let's see which one of them is actually going to line up to take the snap. Allen has been, and Allen will line up as the quarterback in this one. So they'll put Spencer out in the pattern. Allen points some things out, and they're not going to get this one off. They took way too long to let that one develop, and Coach Bailey will take the timeout to save the penalty. 5:09 remaining in the ballgame. Lovington 58, Gadsden 40, or rather 28. We're back in just a couple of minutes right here on Lovington Sports YouTube and HobbsAmerica.com.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, back trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here at Wildcat Stadium. Homecoming night 2025. Lovington has put in the backups here, up by 30 points, 5:09 to go. They've got it 2nd down and, well, maybe not quite Tatum, but 2nd and 24. They've still got a long way to go here. Justin Allen in at the quarterback position. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Allen waits on it. Looks to pass, looks near side. Now he's flushed, comes back, goes to the right. Little spin move, and he crosses to the 25-yard line. So a 3-yard keeper for Allen, and it'll be 3rd down and 3rd down in Norlee probably.
You know, there's something that Allen does very well, and when it's a broken play or when he ends up having to take it, he runs really well for, he scrambles well, and he usually makes some forward progress, gets some yards, sometimes a 1st down, he does use that spin move a lot, but he can definitely run.
Of course, clock continues to move. He stays in bounds. 4.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. Lovington on their way to going to 500, but more importantly, 3-2 in district. 500 on the overall season. Allen high snap handles it. Back to pass, pressured. Gets flushed. Goes right, comes back to the left. Still on his feet, looking, fires off the back foot, gets Ortiz, who gets blown up at the 50. That was a big hit, and it was a clean hit, too, by Aiden Santinella. And credit where credit is due. Santinella timed that one well and just absolutely blew up Ortiz. So incomplete, and it'll be 4th down, and I've got to think punt time for the Wildcats. So Gadsden has had their opportunities tonight, and they have.
Aranda is back.
So Aranda will punt it away, and back deep to receive will be Torres. So Caleb awaits the punt. Good snap. Gets the boot into it, high into the nighttime sky here in Lovington. Takes a Wildcat bounce. As Madrid going to watch that one roll inside the 25 and then down it at the 24-yard line. He and Chase Terrell both down there. So 3:53 remaining in the ball game. Lovington 58, Gadsden 28. Great to have you with us tonight. Of course, after tonight, next week we will be on the road down in far southern New Mexico at Deming for a battle of the Wildcats. Deming still winless on the season. Not sure how they did tonight, but so Lovington has gotten the first of the 3 they need to probably get the first round bye. As now Ethan Morales will hand it off to Rios, and he will cross the 30 to the 31-yard line. 6 yards for Rios. That puts him at 154, and a flag comes out. And we're going to have a little bit of extracurricular there. Question is it on us or on them? It's probably on us because they never get the first guy.
Deming won 42-16.
And it'll be personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on Lovington. Who'd they play, Santa Teresa? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Santa Teresa and Rio Grande probably not going to win a game this year. 15 yards from the end of the play. 85 penalty yards now on the Wildcats, and that'll be the 16th first down for Gadsden.
We haven't played Santa Teresa yet?
No, they're
right.
senior night. They're the last game of the year.
Yeah, let's not jinx it, okay.
No, let's not.
It doesn't seem probable, but let's not say it.
And to the 50, and they will continue rolling the clock as that was Torres who will run that one and get 4 yards on it. His 4th carry for 17 yards. Clock continues to move as the officials have said keep the clock moving. I think they know things may be getting just a little bit chippy down there. Don't want to have anything go out. That means the other coaching staff has agreed to it too. As running through is Ramirez, and he'll have a first down as he blows through for about 7 yards. He hadn't had a lot of carries tonight, but the ones he's had have been effective. 3 carries, 58 yards. 2nd down and 3. Clock continues to move with 2:45 remaining. 58-28, 30-point Lovington lead tonight. So congratulations to Deming. They did get 1 win on the year. Of course, they were going to play Santa Teresa. One team had to get a win. Deming still actually rated at number 9, and there's the horse collar.
I was going to say easy. We haven't played Deming either.
Well, they were playing each other, and they were both 0-7. I mean, one of them had to win.
Right, but we haven't played either one of them. So.
Wow, we got lucky. No horse collar called there. No gain for Ramirez. And so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Yeah, I don't want to put the announcer's curse on it.
Yeah,
or anything.
I mean, to quote who said, "I likes our chances," but you got. You can't. It's not a foregone conclusion. We got to play those games. We need the wins.
Yes, we do. Twins to the left, twins to the right. There is the handoff, and that's Ramirez across the 40 to the 38-yard line. So a pickup of 6 for, Rios. 160 yards on 23 carries. Kid has been the workhorse tonight. So Paul Sanchez on the stop. 90 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Wildcats 90 seconds away from victory number 4 on the season. High snap, handed off to Rios. He puts the shoulders down, and he goes across the 30 to the 28-yard line. 10 more yards in the books for Rios, 170 for that young man. And that'll be the 18th first down of the ball game for Gadsden. But 3 turnovers tonight that Lovington cashing in on all 3 of them. Just too much for the Panthers to overcome. Under a minute remaining in the ball game as the Big Blue Band comes out onto the field. And just so you know, we can show you the band, but we can't let you hear the music, or YouTube and everybody hates us, and they will cut us off. And
Rios,
believe me, it is not a lot of fun. As Rios down in the 19-yard line, 10 more yards for Rios. And 38 seconds to go. You've got a 2-second difference, play clock, game clock. But Gadsden, because the margin of defeat matters, is still going to try and punch one in here late to cut it down under 30. Although when you get down to it in district and stuff, it's only a 10-point system. But still, in the minds of the judges, something like 22, 23 points looks a lot better than 30. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Yes, there is a human component, no matter what they want you to think. Rios will sweep it out wide to the left, cuts it back to the right, inside the 5, drags some cats with him, down to the 2-yard line.
Clock's going to run out.
The clock is going to run out, though, as Rios will get 18 more yards And just shy of the double century mark, and the Wildcats victorious tonight as they take homecoming by a final of 58-28 over the Gadsden Panthers. So 58-28, Lovington improves to 4-4 on the year, but more importantly, 3-2 in district. So that's what they needed for sure here tonight. So the band will come out. I don't know that when we'll have the Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation, but we will show you the band. We'll get the music in the background, and just to be aware, if the Lovington Sports YouTube channel disappears, it's because we don't have the rights to the music they're playing in the arrangements. So we'd like to stay on the air if we could.
Well, sure. It's not a lack of support for the band or what they do, and in fact, they're a very fine band. We've watched them grow, improve. They're a little smaller, tighter band this year. They were bigger at one point, but man, as far as execution, sound, they sound like a bigger band, and they're taking a lot of trophies home from competition. We're proud, but we just the limits of what we can do audio wise we can't change that.
Yep, and as my high school coach used to say, they win every halftime. And in this case, they'll win the postgame. So looks like maybe they will wait until the Wildcats do their thing. So we'll take a quick timeout and come back with your postgame report. Wildcat football continues in a moment.
Listen up, Oil Patch. Aftermath Hot Oil Services is here for you. No matter what the conditions, they'll always do what it takes to get the job done. You want Aftermath on your location for hot oilers, vac trucks, roustabouts, steam pressure washers, and back dragging. Just to name a few of the jobs they can do for you. These guys don't stop. Call Dominic at Aftermath Hot Oil Services, 575-200-4902 for service that never quits. 575-200-4902. Aftermath Hot Oil Services.
Attention shoppers. Bob's Thriftway welcomes you to Lovington, New Mexico. This week you'll save big on grocery items throughout their store. Save big on produce, household items, bread products, and meats. Every week, Bob's Thriftway has big savings for their customers. Bob's Thriftway is your local hometown grocery store. So for the freshest produce, the best meats, shop Bob's Thriftway, 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Lovington Municipal Schools welcomes everyone back. Students, faculty, staff, and parents. This year, show your Wildcat spirit by supporting Lovington students and their activities. While the students are working hard on their games and grades, Lovington schools are working hard for your students and parents. They have a great website full of helpful information to keep you up to date. Check out lovingtonschools.net and stay up to date with Lovington school activities and announcements. And go Cats!
Stone Oilfield Services says many traffic fatalities may be caused by an intoxicated driver. So do yourself and your community a favor and remember the 3 C's of safety: caution, courtesy, and above all, common sense. Safe and sober driving is everyone's responsibility. That message was from Stone Oilfield Services in Lovington, a name you can trust and depend on. For quality and integrity, call 575-396-1840. From the Stone family and staff at Stone Oilfield Services.
Listen up. B&B Rentals and Services has got dumpsters. Can you believe it? 30 and 40-yard dumpsters. These guys are a contractor's dream. B&B Rentals has light plants, porta-john trash trailer combos, office trailers, emergency and recovery trailers. Conveniently located in Lovington, B&B can serve you anywhere in Lee County and the surrounding area. Find B&B Rentals LLC on social media, and if you can remember the number, call 396-1722. B&B Rentals and Services.
Honest, trustworthy. Man Welding gives you confidence you made the right decision. Jimmy Carter and his exceptional Man Welding team support Wildcat Athletics and the Lovington School. Man Welding is your local welding company. Big jobs or small jobs, call Man Welding 396-4540. Any welding job, any welding question, call 396-4540. Together, we'll fabricate the future. You made the right decision. You called Man Welding. Man up.
And welcome back to your Lovington Wildcat postgame show as the Big Blue Band on the field tonight performing before they go to the state marching contest next weekend. Lovington's football team victorious tonight, final 58 to 28, and they improved to 4-4 on the year, but more importantly, 3-2 in district. Taking a look at the numbers in this one, we will start with Ethan Morales, their quarterback. He goes 6 of 13 for 109 yards with 2 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. All 3 turnovers in the game were committed by the INT. Juan Rios on the ground has a whale of a night. He carries the ball, that is 27 times for 198 yards, but only 1 touchdown. Morales with 9 carries for 41 yards. He also had a rushing touchdown. And then Armando Ramirez late in the ball game finishes up with 4 carries, 58 yards. When you add it all up, well, let's look at the receivers first, as Anthony Palomares, he had 3 catches for 38 yards, including a 21-yard touchdown. Muro Almanza, a catch for 15 yards, and that was for a TD. Leading receiver tonight was Matthew Rubio. He had 2 catches for 56 yards, his long being a 50-yarder. So you had 109 through the air, 314 combined on the ground. That is 423 total yards tonight for the Gadsden Panthers. They were whistled 7 times for 70 yards. They did get, they did win the first down battle. They had 18 first downs in the ball game, 7 in the first, 13 in the second, 8 in the third, and then were shut out in the fourth. That's how they get to their 28 on the board. Turning the page for your Lovington Wildcats, victorious tonight. Jaden Gutierrez, a heck of a night, as he finishes up 8 of 10 for 235 yards with 4 touchdowns. Coming in late, Justin Allen also attempted a pass that was incomplete. So cumulatively, that's 8 of 11 for 235 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions tonight. Leading receiver Elijah Rivero, he has 3 catches for 100 yards. Here's the most telling statistic. All 3 of his catches were for touchdowns, 49, 29, and 22 yards, respectively. And that gives Elijah the most receiving yards and the most receiving touchdowns in the illustrious history of Wildcat football. Jude Madrid, a great night. 2 catches, 87 yards, including a 39-yard touchdown. Ortiz with a catch for 30 yards. Mandeville a catch for 8 yards. Chase Terrell also a catch for 10 yards that kept a drive alive in that ball game. 235 total. On the ground, it was the Jaden Gutierrez show, as Jaden has 12 carries for 187 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was sacked once, but we can overlook that. Zach Diaz, before he went out injured early in the second half, 10 carries for 57 yards. He also had a touchdown. Aiden Ortiz, 3 carries, 31 yards. Then, let's see. My favorite run of the night, Jaden Garcia from the fridge package. Yes, the lineman, Jaden Garcia. Carry for 4 yards. Allen, a couple carries for 4 yards, too. And Rivero, even though he was not quiet in the receiving game, a little quiet in the rushing game tonight. That's okay. 1 carry for 4 yards. Cumulatively, 235 through the air, 303 on the ground for the Wildcats, 538 total yards for Lovington. They were whistled 8 times for 85 yards in the ball game, had 14 first downs. Of course, they got the 3 turnovers, and that turned into points each time. The turnovers, of course, made by Kame, Terrell, and Rivero. They also did get a 36-yard field goal that came off of the foot of none other than Caleb Aranda after one of those turnovers, and so that put 3 on the board. So whistled 8 times, 85 yards. Lovington gets 14 in the first, 14 in the second, 14 in the third, and then 16 points in the fourth and final quarter. So 538 total yards tonight. That is pretty darn good when you think about it here on Homecoming Night 2025, as the Big Blue Band out performing their competition show tonight. So looking good as always. Not only are they winning halftime, they are winning the post-game here tonight too. Of course, we will have the Bob Thriftway coaches conversation often when the band performs after the game. The coaching staff, and I think this is the right thing to do, has the boys and the young men stay out to watch and support the band like they have the team all season. We'll have your coaches conversation coming up here in just a little while. So our final again, 58-38, the 58-28, the Wildcats victorious. I keep trying to change that score. I don't mean to. 58-28 though the final So Lovington goes to 4-4 on the year, but more importantly, 3-2 on the year. They will drop Gadsden to 4-4 on the season and 1-4 in district. So Lovington now with Deming and Santa Teresa left on the schedule. And you've still got to play those games, but if Lovington can take care of business in Deming next week and then back here at home in 2 weeks, they will probably be, and we'll talk more about this as we get closer, I would guess probably they might be the 3. I don't think that the coaches and the input form is going to be able to put Lovington in over an undefeated Los Alamos team, and I think Los Alamos out of the Northern District probably going to wind up undefeated on the year, and will probably get the number 3 seed. But Lovington very much alive for that 4 seed, and knocking off the current number 4 in Gadsden tonight is a big step towards getting not only a home game but a first-round bye. But you've still got to take care of business moving forward on this. So we will take a timeout, come back and continue your post-game report, have your Bob Thriftway coaches conversation, all that and more as we continue our coverage Lovington Wildcat football here on Lovington Sports YouTube channel and HobbsAmerica.com.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, selecting the right bank is vital. Hi, I'm David Campbell, president of First American Bank in Lovington. First American Bank in Lovington is part of this community. So bank with trusted partners you know, and trusted partners that are part of this area we call home. First American Bank offers all the advantages big corporate banks do, and we do our banking with hometown support and commitment. Choose First American Bank, 19 West Washington in Lovington. We want to earn your trust, then earn your business.
For over 25 years, Eunice Pump and Supply has been more than just a business. They've been a part of the heartbeat of Eunice. From the oil fields to the classrooms, Eunice Pump and Supply is all in backing the athletes, cheering on scholars, and investing in the future of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply takes pride in their hardworking team, their dedication to excellence, and most of all, the youth. Visit Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, and now proudly serving Lovington at 321 North Main. Your hometown partner and a proud supporter of Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, local, loyal, and proud to serve.
For 75 years, the Gandy family has been providing outstanding, well-rounded, and diversified services in our oil field community, as well as our proud hometown communities in Lovington and Tatum. Gandy Corporation's family work environment for over 50 members inspires the best in all of us to rise to the top and do our personal best. The Gandy Corporation family is a strong supporter of Lee County's youth and the biggest fan of the Lovington Wildcats. Let's go Wildcats!
It's no secret, at some point you'll have a question or need to replace or fix something on your vehicle. Whether your vehicle is new or ancient, Lovington Auto Supply is your trusted advisor when you need dependable auto parts. Not only do they have the parts you need, they have real answers to your real automotive questions, and that help keeps your vehicle running longer and stronger. Quality parts, helpful people. Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. Napa, get up and go.
Commitment runs deep. For 45 years, Double R Pipe and Supply has been working alongside you, providing long-lasting service and support for our oil industry and community. Double R is full-service pipe sales and rental with EMI and hydro testing and CNC threading, known to deliver when others couldn't. Double R Pipe and Supply is about integrity, dedication, and innovation. They are strong supporters of our youth, academics, and athletics. Double R Pipe and Supply says, go, fight, win. Let's go, Wildcats!
Lovington Wildcat fans, are you ready for the battle? For all your BOP nipple-ups and BOP testing, call Battle Energy. Battle Energy is also providing safety training, no matter where you need it. Battle does on-site or mobile training. Call today at 575-942-9472 for the company that's ready to go to battle with you. Battle Energy proudly supports all Lovington and Lee County athletics.
And welcome back to your Wildcat postgame report. The Wildcats victorious tonight, 58-28 over the visiting Gadsden Panthers. I'm TJ Miracle, Dawn Morgan, patrolling field side and getting ready for our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation. Braden Cooper on the camera tonight and spotting for us. Other scores coming in from Lee County tonight, as you've got the Hobbs Eagles taking care of Clovis pretty handily in the third quarter, 32-14. Up in Clovis tonight, Eunice and Texaco slugging it out. It was 28-21 at the half in favor of Eunice. Now it's 35-28 Texaco in the third. Rematch of last year's state championship game. And then up in Tatum tonight, just north of us, they are handling Mescalero. No big deal, 44-6 in that ball game. So thanks to Tiff and Evie for sending those scores in on us. And so,
hey.
Yeah, Dawn.
Oh, no. Coach is addressing the huddle right now, but during that band, we weren't able to give you the. I guess it was in the background a little. I went in and turned my mic off. I was too afraid that too much, since I was right in front of the band. They were playing right in front of me.
And just to explain, since we do not have the rights to certain arrangements. Even though we're a radio station, we have to purchase the rights, and there are certain arrangements that are owned by, and since we're online too, that becomes, and you have to pay the
streaming.
Artist, the streaming, the artist, the composer. And then since one of those compositions is an original composition, when I don't know where the rights lay to it, then we are not allowed to do that at all, or we actually get banned. We get our channel cut off, which I had to fight that a couple of years ago to keep the channel up. Believe me, you don't want to go through all the legal nightmare and mess.
Exactly.
But I will say the Lovington Wildcat Band, fantastic. The Big Blue Band, they win every halftime, to be sure.
It was a nice program, and a flugelhorn solo, by the way, by Adelina. I didn't catch her last name, but she did a really nice job coaxing a really nice sound out of that flugelhorn, which a lot of people may not realize that was Chuck Mangione's.
I was going to say maybe the heir apparent to the late great Chuck Mangione.
You never know. She did a nice job. The whole band did. So congratulations. And I know that they're coming up on another competition soon. So much luck to them.
Yep, state next week. And, of course, homecoming tonight, Jaden Gutierrez, the homecoming king. And I'm sure he feels like the king, throwing for 4 touchdowns, 235 yards, rushing for 3 more, and 187. So he was the homecoming king. Lauren Corral, the homecoming queen. So congratulations to Queen Lauren and King Jaden tonight.
Both in football.
And long live the king and the queen there. So,
and of course, a record broken tonight by Elijah Rivera. What an impressive night, it was for him. And it's always good to see that kind of, it's a perfect night for the kind of game that we had. It was tough. That first half, it was we didn't know how this game was going to turn out, and Lovington just exploding in the second half and putting it away, and on a homecoming night, and when you have standout players, doing some amazing things or breaking a record, and it's the kind of night that you feel that you want to have, that gives you a lot of confidence. And this is what I like about this. It's going to give this team, I think, a lot of confidence moving forward into the final 2 games of the season. No matter what those 2 are like on paper, teams that have been losing all season and don't have anything to lose when they're playing a team and they can play spoiler, they're dangerous, and you got to respect them going in no matter who they are and what their record is.
Well, you're absolutely right on that. I know we'll be talking a lot more about that in the next couple of weeks. So, Braden, you've been spotting and running the camera for us tonight and helping out. What did you see out of this Wildcat team?
Progress.
That's a good word. And
especially with the young pups coming in.
Yeah, and that helps build up the depth, and it gives them, I think when we talked about that a little in the pregame show, the depth kind of got them last year, but now they are building more depth, and I think very important, and it certainly shows out on the field thus far this season. As the team huddling up, we're getting ready for our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation, as Coach surrounded by his very, very happy players, a very, very happy Blue Town tonight.
Congratulations a lot before we have to coach tonight to get this and to set that record. What do you think?
It felt amazing. Can't do it without my team, my freshmen, sophomore, senior year, Got a great coaching staff that sets me up for success, and couldn't have done it without them.
That is a beautiful team to connect on so many passes and TDs this season. You think your teammates and how this season is going. You're building and building with the last 2 games.
Feel good, we obviously, they were seated at 4 and we were seated at 3. Obviously need this big win.
Crap.
Thank you. Here, thank you very much, Elijah. Coming out closer. Yeah, let's go a little closer because that is still strong, but let's go ahead and get this in and we'll make this conversation a little quick tonight. Coach, we appreciate you talking with us as always. This is probably pretty good. So congratulations. First, a kind of a different complexion in that second half. Man, your team came out a little rocky on that first possession right after, they didn't have first possession, but when they got the ball on offense, it was a little rocky getting started. But, man, they made a couple of big plays, big defensive stop, and then the offense just caught fire. You guys got that energy that you ride so well, that you're famous for, and men never looked back after that. How did you see this game?
Well, I mean, they're a good football team, and so, going into half, I was hoping we'd have, a lead and, have an opportunity to kind of stretch that out, knowing they were going to get the ball after half. Obviously, that's never my favorite thing. Y'all know me. And so you pretty much guess when we get the ball first, we lost the toss. I mean, you know that. So, so it's always a challenge. You really got to challenge defense, go make a big stop. And I am so proud of our team as a whole. Special teams was really good tonight. Coach Fabian Contreras has that unit, has done a great job of cleaning some things up that weren't very good early on, and he's done a great job. Defensively, I think we've been a great football team all year. We've put ourselves in a bad spot because of our offense not being as good, and I feel like our offense has really found our identity, and that's something I'm really excited about. I went home Tuesday night and told my wife, hey, our offense I think is clicking. I think we are really cooking, and it starts up front, running the football. We are running the ball so much better now than we were, even 2 or 3 weeks ago. And so that's a testament to Coach Pecos Fort and what he does with the Hogs. And, I'm really proud of those guys. The running backs are doing a great job. Obviously, a playmaker in Jaden, when he can run the ball like he does, it's so special. Jaden's best trait, to be honest, is probably his positivity. When we get into that second and long and some situations, you talk about us getting rocky at some points, I'm saying we're okay. And he's being an extension of me, and he's saying, hey, yeah, we're good, Coach. I know we're good. And he goes, I know he's telling that huddle, we're good. Let's pick up a little bit here, or let's just compose ourselves. And that's something that is really special about that kid.
I think one of the best things about about the team and you guys this year and this season, it's been your resilience, your ability to come back. And in most cases, most games, you've fought, you have lost some games, but it's the comeback. It's the comeback within the games themselves, and then with the victories that you're able to come through with. And to me, that's you've told your not what happens to you, it's what you do next. It's and they're listening, and they must be feeling that. But they're also, as you mentioned, with Alex being a leader on the field, and so your leaders, the team is listening to him and to them as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's not much I could say more about how proud I am of all those guys. The Hogs up front with Alex Rivera and Jaden Garcia, Damian Leyva, Jesus Morales, Sterling White. Those are the starters. But there's, Sam Dean played a bunch tonight because we put Jaden Garcia in the backfield and used him like we did in Mayfield. Those guys, man, they are resilient. They are resilient. They're in there, and they're playing offense and defense and getting, it's physical in there. And they are a resilient bunch, and they're tough, and it really does start up there. I tell them all the time, you can't beat a team that's physically beating you at the line of scrimmage. You just can't. So if we're that team, we create something special. And, then we have our playmakers, and when we're able to get them the ball. Tonight we were able to set up the pass, and usually we're doing it vice versa. And so it was really cool tonight because, how often do you see Elijah, that open? And it was because of the run. Our run game was doing such a good job that we were able to get him and Jude and, some of these other guys, really some easier catches than what they've had in the past.
The line was not only giving protection, but they were creating a lot of openings, a lot of holes. They were throwing some good blocks tonight.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, and we had some good blocking downfield too. And again, taking the ball away defensively is really what changed this game. I mean, that's what changed this game. We knew that if, we could get the ball up in the air, that was given, that we thought that was to our advantage. And early on, we weren't making it our advantage. We were letting them beat us. And that's something that we were kind of upset about. We got to do better. We got to cover better. And we did. I mean, we had some takeaways, and it changed the whole game.
2 games left, Deming a big road trip next Friday, and a couple of teams that on paper are not doing so well this season. But we were just talking, after the game and before our chat here about how those teams that have been losing, that there's not as much pressure on them. They're not expected to do well. They're the dangerous teams who can come in. They don't have anything to lose, and no matter what their record is, you expect them going in.
Yeah, we respect everybody. I'd be pretty disappointed if we don't handle the business trip side of things the way that we should. After Mayfield, that was kind of the word. Mayfield was business trip, handle this, handle our business, and that's what we did. And so that'll be on repetition this week, and I think that we will. And again, I'll be upset if we don't, because I think that this team's, shown some maturity and, really, like you said, resilience. And I think that they see that there is something special brewing, and we have an opportunity to do something really cool. And so I think that they aren't going to try to let that slip away.
Business-like, mind on the ball, mind on your job, and just get the job done in that business-like, workman-like fashion that comes from practicing well, from doing, from just playing, being who you are. So we'll be there, and looking forward to that. Congratulations on a big homecoming win tonight. Got to savor it even more because of that. Yeah. And we appreciate you hanging in and letting us talk after everything. So it's great. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Couple shout-outs.
Yes.
Okay. Got to shout out to Big Blue Band.
Yeah.
They don't get the exposure we get. They don't get their name in the paper and all that stuff. And they're competing for a state championship, and they're doing an awesome job at district and have done a great job. And they work hard. The lights are on Monday nights, and they're out here when we're leaving. And so I'm really proud of them, and, they support us. So I want to, give them a little shout-out. Miss Rice does a great job. And then shout-out to our men's and women's soccer team, Coach Edgar Negrete. Right now, they are cleaning up the stands as we talk right now, and they were our biggest supporters tonight. So shout-out to Coach Negrete and our soccer team, too.
Yeah.
So.
And soccer season isn't over. They've still got some good soccer to play, and they're doing well.
Yes, ma'am. Doing great. Right. Well, so thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Always. Appreciate you. All right. Good night, Coach.
All right, our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation, of course, from the good folks at Bob Thriftway with Coach Bailey every single game. We appreciate him at halftime and after the game. And with that, my friends, we will put a wrap on this one. Homecoming 2025 in the books, and the Wildcats taking care of business against the visiting Gadsden Panthers. Tonight's game was brought to you by Aftermath Hot Oil Services, Bob's Thriftway, the Lovington Municipal Schools, Stone Oilfield Services, B&B Rentals, Man Welding, the First American Bank of Lovington, Eunice Pump and Supply, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, the Gandy Corporation, Battle Energy, and Double R Pipe and Supply. For Tiff and Evie Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on things at One Radio Square. For Braden Cooper, our spotter and camera operator tonight, for Don Morgan Fieldside, I'm TJ Miracle saying so long from Wildcat Field. The Cats win by 30. We'll see you next Friday evening at Deming. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and One Radio Square Sports. Good night, everybody.